And here we are, election night 2012. Me and JJ, Flipper and JJ in the house.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
How's everybody tonight?
I'm doing well, you?
Very good.
I hope everybody got out and voted and cast their vote in upstate New York in the Finger Lakes area.
Very good. What's going on this evening? What are we going to talk about?
Oh, we got a lot of races. A lot of people are looking out after or looking for or looking to see what the results are. So let's switch it over to side-by-side view here.
Side. Very good. We can get people to call in, possibly.
Yeah, actually, if you want to call in and comment on the election races, or if you got information about different election races, maybe we're not quite getting the facts quite straight, give us a call, 315-220-0692.
Or you could probably even reach out to us really on our Tech Talk Live email if you wanted to, techtalklive@gmail.com.
Absolutely. So, there's a number of races happening up here in the Finger Lakes area that are pretty important to a lot of people. I mean, of course, the presidential race is the big up for grabs right now. Everybody's rooting one side or the other.
Right, Barack Obama versus Mitt Romney and several other candidates. You got Jill Stein and Peta Lenzi, looks like. Gary Johnson, Virgil, is it good?
I think so.
And a write-in.
And a write-in. There you go, right?
Write-in for Flipper.
That could be fun.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's going to be a tight race for the presidential race, I think, by the end of the day. A lot of people, a lot of correspondents are really coming down to saying it's going to come down to the wire on this one. There's a lot of people that are saying that, Brock might get the popular vote, and Mitt might get the electoral vote.
Right.
They're talking it's going to be that close, so it's kind of exciting, really to see.
And who's to say what might happen with this storm that came through, if anything, electronically or technology wise,
right?
May
Absolutely
have screwed up some of these votes,
right?
Or some votes and questions already in like Pennsylvania, Ohio, already.
Well, actually, Albany put out a bunch of officials, actually, let's see. I think it was John Coughlin, a board spokesman, said Tuesday morning that 2 polling sites in Osing and Westchester County had their voting machines delivered on time, didn't have power when the polls opened statewide at 6 a.m.
Uh-oh.
So there's been several reports of, different places, polling places in the affected area from Sandy that just are not able to vote yet, or I think they probably got it fixed by now, but there's been definitely some issues that have come up,
and there's a lot of people involved, a lot of states involved that were affected by Sandy. So
right,
who knows?
I can't imagine who got hit by the snow there, down south a little bit,
down West Virginia area and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Cool.
Right?
What else are people talking about with this election? I got some ballot measures that they're talking about is quite interesting. I don't know if you read up on some of those at all.
Go ahead.
And that we got, I think down in Alabama is voting on an amendment that would remove references to segregation in the state's constitution. Alrighty.
Okay.
Which still states that separate schools shall be provided for white and colored children. The amendment has drawn surprising opposition from Democrats and other groups who urge that the proposal contains a poison pill, quote unquote, that would strike the Constitution's mandate for public schools, replacing it with nothing in the Constitution shall be considered as creating or recognizing any right to education or training at a public expense. Alabama voters struck down this similar amendment in 2004.
Wow.
As conservative activists argued that it would result in legally required education spending increases.
Jeez, I don't think we got anything that serious up here in New York, that's for sure. I think the biggest serious thing I think we got in the local races, I mean, really, like, I'm going to talk, hometown Seneca County here.
Right.
We've got the big race. Everybody's wondering where the civil office is going to be located here after the election.
Should it remain in Waterloo at the county seat, which is also in Ovid as well, or should it be moved down to Romulus?
Right. So quite interesting to see where they're going to end up.
I think they voted on that, or tried to vote on that once before, I think. I'm not sure what election it was.
I don't think they did. I thought they were going to put it up for vote, and then I believe it was Sheriff Conley at the time, if you remember correctly.
I think so. It was back in 2006.
Six-ish, yeah, just before they built the new LEC, the new law enforcement center. So
And they put the kiboshes on. It must be.
I think they did. I think they came out to, there was a bunch of legal things that said that you had to have a public hearing, then have a public vote. It had to be at a general election. So it could only come up once every 4 years or something like that.
Right.
So here we are, later in time, and now it's up for vote.
We'll see how things go.
It'll be interesting. I mean, it kind of seems weird to think that, in order to go deal anything with civil, you'd have to travel, 13 miles south, for the majority of the population being north.
Right.
But hey, whatever happens, happens.
Why could they put one in each county seat?
Yeah, you could put it in an oven and put it in.
But then you're talking staffing increases and stuff, which
right.
Budgetarily probably it's not effective. Really, probably.
Possibly not.
So, anyway, what else we got going on?
Oh, lots of races. I mean, we got the U.S. Senate races. I mean, a lot of people are really looking heavily on the Gillibrand and let me see if I can pull it up. I think Gillibrand's Senate, ain't she? Yeah, Gillibrand and Long race.
Right.
If you look up on the screen, well, if you look up on screen, you can't see,
can't see.
But the viewers can see it.
Right.
We have Long and Gillibrand up on screen here, and these are the two candidates for the U.S. Senate.
You have a little particulars on these individuals, or?
Well, I think you got.
I got Long.
You got Long. Yeah.
U.S. Senate race for Wendy Long, candidate. She's a New York mother, wife, attorney, and a volunteer. She was raised in New Hampshire, where she attended public schools, and then was graduated from Dartmouth College. Is that how I pronounce it?
Dartmouth. Yeah.
Dartmouth. Went to Washington D.C. during the Reagan years to work in the United States Senate for the U.S. Senator Humphrey, and then U.S. Senator Bill Armstrong of Colorado. She studied as a fellow with the Claremont Institute. Wendy attended Northwestern University School of Law, Harvard Law School, receiving her JD from Northwestern, where she was an editor of the Law Review. She served as a clerk to Judge Ralph Winter of the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit of New York, and then Justice Clarence Thomas of the U.S. Supreme Court. That's pretty impressive.
So she's got a good history there.
Yeah, she practiced law with Kirkland Ellis LLP, becoming a partner in New York City. She left private practice to build a judicial confirmation network, now the Judicial Crisis Network, I should say, to promote public education and the proper role of the judiciary under the American Constitution, and to win the U.S. Senate confirmation of Supreme Court justices and other federal judges with a record of judicial restraint and respect for the Constitution.
Right.
She lives in Manhattan with her husband, Arthur, raising their two children. I do believe it's Arthur, and I can't pronounce his last name. Mado, maybe? Mado? M-A-D-O?
Good luck. Your page is way over there. My page is way over here. So
she's a member of the Governor Mitt Romney's Justice Advisory Committee, teaches Roman Catholic in New York City for the Narnina program, and the member of the New York City Parks Mounted Auxiliary Unit as well. So
yeah, that's pretty impressive background on Wendy Long, correct?
Wendy Long, yep.
And she is
running U.S. Senate.
U.S. Senate for a Republican race, right? She's a Republican, and I believe Gillibrand is the Democrat, correct?
Correct.
So yes, Senator, and I think Gillibrand is the currently elected one, right? She's the incumbent.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, Senator Gillibrand is a proud New York Democrat. She is running a grassroots campaign to fix our economy and improve life for the middle class and working families across New York. Her family is the majority inspiration behind her public service career. She does not want any mother to have to worry that there will be not enough food on the table or health care for their sick child. Kristen was first sworn into the U.S. Senate in January 2009 and was elected November 2010 with more than 63% of the vote to fill Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's seat.
Yeah, that's correct. I forgot she'd replace Hillary.
Yeah, that was when I first pulled this up, it's so funny. The races, what's going on out there, but until you start reading some of this stuff and you start, hearing some of the history that is there, you're like, oh wow, oh that's right, Miss Gillibrand was the replacement for Hillary Clinton when she became Secretary of State for
Finished out her
Barack.
sentence, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but it's just kind of interesting to see some of the different things. Leading efforts to bring more transparency and accountability to Washington and helping pass landmark legislation to repeal the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy that bans gays from serving openly in the military, and providing health care and compensation to the 9/11 first responders and community survivors that are sick with diseases caused by the toxins at Ground Zero.
Okay, very nice.
That was Kristen's number one priority to create good pay. Kristen's number one priority was to create good-paying jobs across New York. Her plan includes cutting taxes for the middle class and small businesses, investing in research and development and renewable energy, and upgrading infrastructure around the state. Kristen has ran and won her first congressional campaign in 2006 in order to tackle these pressing issues. She built the biggest grassroots campaign in the district's history and pulled off a stunning upset, unseating an entrenched Republican incumbent.
Nice.
She also launched a successful Congress at Your Corner. I keep wanting to say in your corner. It's at your corner series to meet her constituents at hotspots like grocery stores and coffee shops, and practice she has continued as a practice that she has continued as a senator.
Nice.
Kristen is honored to be the candidate once again for 2012, and she has a bunch of different endorsements. And she remains committed to bringing her grassroots campaign to every New Yorker and working tirelessly on behalf of the Empire State.
Right. Very nice.
So, if you want to give us a call and get on the air with us, or you want to get in the chat room and talk to us about what's important you want to talk about, what issues you want to talk about, we're going to be getting the election results. The polls close at 9 o'clock. Usually takes about a half hour to an hour before we start seeing some results.
Right.
So, what
are we back on?
We are back on. Yes,
Very
we are
nice.
visible.
Hey, there we are.
There we go. Yeah, just a little lag, right?
Exactly.
So, I gotta say, it was a pleasure when Jim Sinacropi, the president of Finger Lakes, won. When we got talking this morning, because I saw the banner ad that said election results tonight, and and they're gonna propagate it. I thought it meant that there was going to be a Finger Lakes TV thing going.
Broadcast, right.
Right. And come to find out there wasn't one. So,
the guys at TikTok.
Yeah, so Jim asked if I could find somebody. I got JJ from Tech Talk here and myself, of course, from Tech Talk as well. And this is our first year doing it, so we're going to do our best to do it well.
Right.
And we might see you next year. Who knows?
Last minute thing. Not bad.
Not bad. I thought I did pretty good getting this all swung together. I mean, I find out at 11, and I've got it all put together already.
Nice.
By what time is it? 8:30, 8:45?
Very good.
So, but yes, if you want to get in on the conversation, you want to talk about any one of the races that are important to you, or if there's any type of issues that are important to you that you want to talk about, the polls are open until 9 o'clock. So we got another 15 minutes before the.
And if you haven't voted, get down there and vote real quick.
Yes, definitely, because that's the thing. I don't care who you are. One of the big things about voting, I think, even if people still kind of feel like, yeah, my vote doesn't count because of the Electoral College with the presidential thing, your vote definitely counts no matter what, and it should count to you, because by the end of the day, if you don't vote, then you're going to be, well, geez, I really should have done something. I should have voted.
Right.
And then you're going to complain. You're going to be like, I should have.
Can't complain if you don't vote.
Well,
my theory anyway.
I don't really agree with that thought process.
There's other processes of going about doing,
right,
speaking your mind if you don't vote. But it's a nice saying.
It is a nice saying. I don't agree with it myself. So,
right.
But there's a lot of local things up here going on with Seneca County. We have, I believe, the county clerk, Tina Lodes.
Clerk's running unopposed.
Unopposed, right? Senator Zolio is running unopposed, and Senator Brian Kolb is running. Is it Senator?
Let me see here. What we got here?
I always forget how Brian is.
We got Tina who's running. Then we have, let's see here. We have Congressman Reed Shingawa running.
Right.
Then we have State Senate, of course.
I gotta say, I love that name. I love that name. I wish he would call in right now, because I would love to have a conversation with
Nate.
With Nate Shinagawa. I love that last name. Can't pronounce it.
Yeah, Brian Kolb is running for Assembly. There you go.
Assembly. That's what it is. I always get that mixed up. You got State Senate, which would be Nozzolio. Assembly, Brian Kolb.
Then we also have Paula Massano running for Assembly as well. Looks like on Seneca County's website.
Mm-hmm.
And in Fayette, you got Jeff Trout fill-in, I do believe, for the rest of the remaining
remaining of the
term, right? We got in the town of Waterloo, we got looks like 2 candidates running for the tax collector's position. Looks like we got one person running for the Lodi Ovid Town Justice position as well. And a shout out to Mr. Van Cleef, who's running down there unopposed.
Oh, okay. What was that again? That was a highway town.
No, that was the Lodi Ovid Town Justice.
Oh, Town Justice. Oh, okay, okay, right. Yes. And that's Van Cleef, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I kind of missed that. My ears kind of faded out there for a second. So
a few races going on in Seneca County anyway.
Right. I believe there's a lot of things going on around. I mean, just all over the place. I just have to pull some of my.
I got another one for you. Legalizing marijuana is also on the ballot.
What state though?
We got several states.
Right, but I don't think New York's on there, right?
New York's not on there. We got Colorado, Oregon, and Washington.
Well, you got to remember, one of the big things about those 3 main states, I believe, was that they were the largest growers of marijuana.
What do they have to offer in Oregon? I don't know, but
a lot of land to go grow it on, right?
Right.
I don't know all the details. If somebody else has some of the details, or if you want to get in on that discussion, please give us a call, 315-220-0692, or type to us in the chat room under fingerlakes1.tv, because we should be live and it should be chatting.
Right, and reach out to us at techtalkliveny@gmail.com.
Yep, and we can read your emails on the air.
Right, and this law would vote to legalize marijuana within the states. This is a far step beyond decriminalization. All 3 would make marijuana legal commodity with sale and production regulated by the state. Proponents of the marijuana legalization proposition says it would bring more revenue to the state government, as marijuana would become taxable. Opponents contend that there could be an increase in marijuana usage and potential harms. Academics say that it could be have a national effect. If one state legalizes marijuana, making production easier, it could lead to the drops in prices across the country. Really. Well,
really, the thought process I think really comes down to is threefold. Really, when you really look at that issue and that running race,
and then you also got to think. I think federal mandates or standards or laws say that marijuana is legal. Period. So
yeah. So you really have
we're going to have like the home state rule, I guess, is probably what it sounds like.
It's going to come to be that, I think, and really the 3 big issues with that is if you really think about it, the trafficking piece. Okay, how are you going to stop marijuana from going over state lines and being produced in, say, Washington, and then it ends up in California?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of trafficking.
Right. So that's a big issue right there.
There's a way to make a buck.
Right.
Right.
So
people are going to try.
There's a big issue with that. I think the other issue is whether to legalize it or not. I mean, that depends on your standpoint. I mean, I don't really have much of an opinion myself about that. I mean, I do agree if there is that much usage, you might as well legalize it and get the tax dollars out of it.
Correct.
I mean, heck, we might be able to fund some good
the economy, right?
Yeah, boost the economy, get some tax revenue going to help fund schools and take the burden off the homeowners and healthcare. Oh, there you go, healthcare.
Obamacare, excuse me, Obamacare. Put it right towards Obamacare.
I saw the presidential debate. Did you see the presidential debate?
Which actually, also, not to interrupt you, there's a pushback.
You're interrupting me.
There's a pushback against the Obamacare in Wyoming, Florida, Alabama, and Montana.
Oh, that's right. There's a bunch of proposals propositions on those state ballots to push against the Obamacare thing. So this
would be interesting.
Yeah, it is going to be interesting. By the end of the day, it's really exciting. I know everybody's probably I shouldn't say everybody. I know a lot of people on Facebook. I was watching; they were saying a lot of things about we're just tired of all the ad campaigns and the hacking and slashing at each other and so on and so forth.
I can't wait for it to be done.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
I mean, me too. That's why we're doing this tonight. We're just kind of hanging out, waiting for the election results. Really hoping that maybe, a few people might call in. Hey, maybe we can get Senator Zolio to call in and take his position on something. Who knows? Right. See how he's doing. Maybe he's got some entry polls or something.
Maybe we can get somebody from Seneca County to call in. Local call.
Well, actually,
220 0692.
You can't get it in between every single word, right?
Right.
Right. I was talking to one of the deputies at Seneca, and they were talking about possibly. I invited them to call in anytime during the show, and we could get them on and just let them talk for a while.
There you go.
So that'd be fun. So
awesome. Are there any other races going on around surrounding counties?
Surrounding counties, there's a proposal. I was trying to find it, and then we got talking about the marijuana thing.
And actually, while you're looking for the proposals that are out there, or other races are going out there, a little technology. If you want to go in the App Store, or Google Play, there's an election.
Can't get you away from that, can you?
To get all your results right on your smartphone.
Really?
And they're free.
Do you have that on your smartphone so we can get the election results as they come in?
I don't. I probably should.
You better during break. You better go get it on the phone.
Fire it up and see what we can get.
I
it's
believe
from the New York Times, so the New York Times is doing it.
I believe Cayuga County has a really interesting local proposal coming up. After adoption of the county budget, should a 2/3 weighted vote be required to appropriate funds from unreserved, unrestricted, unappropriated fund balance into another budgetary account, and to require a 2/3 weighted vote to transfer monies from the contingency account into another budgetary account. In other words, would the board have to be seated and have a 2/3 vote, which would be what, 66% or whatever?
Around there.
So 66% of the weighted vote, they would have to vote on every single budgetary transfer. So question, I guess the only question comes into play is, thinking about how county government runs and so on and so forth, I suppose this could be seen as a nice buffer from departments and maybe county management or whatever, just transferring funds willy-nilly.
Right.
By requiring a board vote. But the question really comes down to is whether that's going to be effective in the everyday business process, depending on what comes up and how it comes up.
Right. So it sounds like they're trying to get more active involvement with their supervisors and their.
It does, but
to the county business and.
Well, yeah, it does. But the question is where does that?
If you don't come and play, you're not going to get a vote, more or less. Is what it sounds like to me. But
right, but maybe I guess the only thing I would be concerned with is if something does come up, saying something emergency comes up, pick something. Let's go disaster area.
Right.
Something lights a building on fire. Somehow, and part of the Cayuga County building burns down. You're going to have to wait for, somebody to bring it to a vote in order to transfer emergency funds to start the repair work. Now, could that happen fairly quickly? Yes, I'm sure it probably can. But would it be better to have maybe the county legislation or county manager or something of that nature, maybe possibly,
say
be able to be that officer to say, hey, we really need to do this.
Process is rolling.
Yes, roll it. Let's go. So the question really comes down to is whether people are going to vote for that or not. After adoption of the county budget, should a 2/3 weighted vote in Cayuga County be required before any type of fund transfers that are unappropriated, unrestricted, unreserved to another budgetary account, and to require a 2/3 weighted vote to transfer monies from contingency to another budgetary account. I really think it sounds like it's really more of a buffer to prevent that kind of side, oh my God, we need this now, and then, well, you're just going to have to wait.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I don't know.
Sounds like
maybe if somebody over in Cayuga County that knows more about this wants to give us a call, please give us a call, 315-220-0692. We'll get you right on the air.
Sounds like it's got its pros and cons. So.
Oh, absolutely. Right. So, that's another good local vote. I'm trying to find the other one here that was really interesting to me, but you might actually have it.
Which one's that?
There was another local, I think it was Ontario County. There was another local proposition.
I think I've got Wayne County. And
what's that one?
Wayne County, Schuyler. Looks like I got.
It was so funny when it was so funny. I was getting all this stuff together, and I was like, "Oh my God, there's so much to look at."
Right.
Oh no, maybe this is it. Here, what county is this? Oh no, that's the civil office for Seneca. Never mind. You might have it. There's a proposal. I think it was in Ontario County, and it was. There's Tompkins. Let's see what we got for Tompkins. But again, it really comes down to really getting these races out of the way, getting the results. I really like the idea that the electronic voting makes it really nice. We're going to start seeing results anytime after 9 o'clock. So within about the next 4 minutes, we're going to start seeing the polls close. They're going to start getting the machines closed up. They're going to start getting the cards pulled, and the cards are going to start heading to the Board of Elections.
Nice.
So
some of the other races, we got the House, Tom Reed. We got Dan.
You want to talk about that one? We'll pull up their image. And
yeah, we can pull up the U.S. House real quick.
Is Tom Reed and Shinagawa is the 23rd or 24th district, right?
I think it was elected to represent, was it 23rd, 29th congressional district, I think?
29th, 23rd, or 4th. I mean, because they kind of changed the lines there for that one. It's really interesting to see how it all comes out.
Right. And we got Tom Reed, age 40, was elected to represent the 29th congressional district. In the special election, November 2nd, 2010, he was sworn as a member of the U.S. House of Representatives to fill the vacant 29th district seat on November 19th, 2010. He began... Oh!
Hey, we might have a call here. Let's see if I can get him on. You're live on the air with Flipper and JJ, election night results.
First name and where are you calling from?
Hey, guys, Jim here.
Hey, Jimmy, how you doing, brother?
FingerLake1.com newsroom. Just settling in before the calm before the storm.
Ah, great.
The polls are closing any minute now, and then we wait, and slowly but surely results start to come in on the various county board of election websites. And yeah, it's kind of exciting. The one thing I've noticed about this year, more than other years, is in the local elections of the village and small municipality, county elections, there's so many people running unopposed. And I don't know if that's a commentary on
a lot of people
things. People don't,
right.
People don't want to serve. It's certainly, if you're elected to governmental office, right, you're not going to have an easy job.
We're having a little bit
the way the economy is, the way. So that has something to do with it. I think also too the nature of our system now, and it's true of all levels, is when you've been an incumbent for a number of years, it's hard to take you down in an election. Especially positions like town clerk or coroner or things like that, county clerk, where you've done a job and you've done a good job. It's tough to unseat someone there, I think. So that's one thing that we know. There are some local races, though, we're keeping an eye on here. And that can run through if you like. The biggest local races there.
Hey Jim, I don't know if you got your radio on in the background or.
No, I think we're having just a little bit of a connection problem with the phone. Do you want to try calling back real quick?
I'll do that right now.
Yeah, because you're clear for a second, then all of a sudden it gets really garbled. It almost sounds like we're having a lot of jitter over the phone. So I will hang up with you, and then I'll wait for your call to come back. All right. So, all right. That doesn't usually happen on too many calls. I mean, really, it's been pretty well. It's been really well lately.
Right. I'm looking at Politico.com. It's a website for the 2012 presidential election. They've got looks like a few results coming in already. It's got some electoral votes, 64 for Barack Obama. Right now, 76 for Mitt Romney coming so far.
Read that again.
Electoral votes, we got 64 for President Obama.
Yep.
And Mitt Romney's got 76 so far.
Wow.
Yeah, with looks like the states of Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, and D.C. checking in.
Wisconsin ain't up yet, is it?
I don't see Wisconsin as of yet.
I want to see if Mitt actually pulls it off. That whole thing that he did the other night, where he said that he was going to surprise everybody by taking Wisconsin.
Right.
Hey, Jim, you're back.
You hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, good. Must have just been a bad connection.
All right.
Yeah, I was just going to run through some of these races of local significance. There are many. The biggest one, I think, is for mayor of Palmyra, James Elliott against Christopher Piccola. Elliott's a Democrat, Piccola's a Republican.
Right.
And then also at Palmyra, there's a race for village trustee between three candidates, with two of them getting in. So you're picking two of three. C.J. Graham, Don Valley, and Richard Perry. There's also a race up in SOTUS for mayor. Kelly Allen against David Madison. Howe Justice and Victor. Thomas Toby Ray against Michael Jones Jr. In Schuyler County, the town of Orange, for a councilman position, Lori Ellison against Nicholas Hayner. There's a contested race for Waterloo tax collector, Kate Foltz against Cheryl Kemp O'Brien. Way down in the town of Wayland, there's Charles Cowley against Richard Tweedle. City of Ithaca, 4th Ward alderperson, Stephen Smith against Misha Chekovich. And in Dryden, Tompkins County, town justice is contested, Joseph Valentine. Excuse me, I got a little bit of a cold.
That's
Town
right.
Justice, Joseph Valentinelli against Sidney Knuppenberg. And then in Lansing, there's a contested race for town council person, Katrina Finkowitz against Andra Benson. And in Clyde, there's a contested race for village trustee. There's three candidates for two spots, Michelle Nicoletta, Roland Canale, and Sam Carl Colacerdo. And that is really all the contested races in the Finger Lakes region tonight. So it's usually there's a lot more than that.
Well, yeah, usually it's a lot of races going on, especially. I mean, the presidential years usually are more the higher positions. You know, U.S. Senate, State Assembly.
CBO.
Whoa,
Cheddar,
hello.
bacon, onion.
Hey.
Hang on.
It's tremendous.
Wow, that was fun. Just an ad just started playing out of nowhere. I thought that was cute. Pop up. Anyway,
Where's your pop-up blocker?
I don't know. But yeah, I mean, usually the presidential years is usually pretty big on like I said, the higher races. It's really good to see that there are contested races. I've never been a fan for not having a choice.
Right.
You know, I mean, as you know, and as much as I love our county clerk Tina Lotes. I mean, she's been a wonderful person. She runs that department like you wouldn't believe. I mean, she's amazing at what she does.
Right.
There's no question about that. But at the same time, you know, it is one of those things where you say, you know, you have to have choice. You know, it's one of those things you should have choice.
If
But
she gets nod from both parties.
well, that's fine. I mean,
That's fine.
That's
Right.
fine too. I mean, if there is a nod for both parties, that's okay. But you know, that's kind of one of
Yeah,
those
and then
things.
not to single out Tina, because she does do a great job. A lot of these people do a great job, but I liken it to. Here's a kind of an odd analogy. EA Sports makes football games, video games, Madden, and they always had some competition from another company called 2K Sports. Well, they went out and bought the rights from the NFL for exclusivity with that NFL license, and so they were the only ones that could make NFL football games. And for the next several years, the games just didn't improve at the rate that consumers wanted. So it's the same type of deal in politics. You know, if someone's pushing you, you're generally going to do a better job.
Right.
And then, you know, so it is too bad to see so many uncontested races, but, you know, if you win a race tonight, you're going to have a tough job ahead of you no matter what position you are in governmentally with the way that, you know, the economy is right now. Everybody's having severe budget issues and a lot of federal and state funding that people have enjoyed or local governments have enjoyed. You know, going back 20, 30 years is just not going to be there anymore, so it makes everybody's job harder, and there's a really good chance if you get elected tonight that, you know, a year or two from now, you're going to be very unpopular. So,
Well, I mean, yeah, that's always a possibility too. But you know, at the same time, you know, I have to come back to the original thought process. Like I got to give Seneca County some credit. I mean, if you look at some of their stuff over the last years and stuff, I think it was like in the last 3 years, we saw a Seneca County, just on the Seneca County line, a decrease in tax. The tax levy has held steady for the last 3 years.
Right.
So I got to give credit where credit's due. Seneca County has done a fabulous job of holding that line.
But eventually, there's going to be an expense.
Right. You're gonna hit a wall, and something's
Right.
gonna break. You got to do something.
You're going to have to increase it one of these days.
It's just like
half a percent or a percent.
Right. Well, it's just like your home budget. Right now, I mean, gas went to $4 a gallon. If you don't have no slush funding or either you don't have no wiggle room in your budget, that $4 comes along and man, you are hurting.
Right.
You got to do something different. You either got to go out and get another job, find the analogy would be to get another job and so on and so forth. But I do have to give credit where credit's due. The Seneca County Board over the last 3-4 years, whatever it is, has
When the
done
times
some
are tough.
Yeah.
It's held a steady line. Right?
Yeah, it has held a
They've
steady.
done wide and haven't had to raise taxes or anything. So
Right. So
they've done well.
it's impressive. So
Yes.
Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, when I mentioned that some of these folks that are going to get elected are going to be unpopular in a year or two, well, that's not necessarily their fault. It doesn't mean they're not doing a good job. I just think it's the nature of things. Nowadays, it's a very difficult thing to serve as a elected official in any capacity in government right about now. So it's definitely more of a challenge than it was, say, in 1988.
well, look at how polarized we've gotten. Look how polarized we've gotten. You look at the presidential race, and you just see the polarization of the extremes.
Right.
You're either really super pro Romney or really super pro Obama, and you got these two guys coming out into the ring to duke it out, and one side's cheering one way and the other side's cheering the other, and nobody's really.
And the reality is, most Americans aren't one side or the other. Most Americans are in the middle, which.
But those aren't the loudest voices.
They have to manufacture. Yeah, you're right. The politically active ones are more extreme, left or right. But the average American is in the middle. And to be honest with you, I don't think there's that big of a difference between Romney and Obama when all is said and done. I mean, there's some differences in economic and social policies, but at the end of the day, what either one of them would be able to pass or actually to change things 4 years from now, I see very little difference in who wins this election and where we are 4 years from now. I think we end up about the same spot, which is frustrating because we only had that choice between two people. It seems like, when you go out to dinner, if you only had two choices every time you went out to eat, that
well, actually, we have
fun.
six. There's six choices, right, JJ?
Because you have your Working Families Party, you have
but I mean, really,
but you have your Green Party,
right.
Socialism Party,
and then of course you have your. I like that new one. The I don't think it's new, but I mean, it's the first time I've ever seen it on a presidential race. Is the Socialism and what party?
The Greenpeace Party. Green Peace Sign Party.
No, the Socialism one. It's longer than
the
just
Libertarian. Statue of Liberty.
Libertarian Party is the big one this year.
Yeah, a lot of people are coming out of the woodwork for that one.
Right.
Yeah, but the problem is that everybody knows that they don't have a chance. Everybody knows because of media and the way the Democrat and Republican parties are so well funded and galvanized and entrenched that the Libertarian Party doesn't have a chance. I mean, Ralph Nader I think should have been a legitimate candidate in past elections, and you have to go back to Ross Perot.
Did he just say Ross Perot?
Right, he did say Ross Perot.
He did say Ross Perot.
28%, or he had a significant percentage of the general vote that year, and that was about as close as that's going back to like 92 election. But that's the last time we had a real legitimate third-party candidate. And you know what? As soon as he started to gain traction, they beat him down as being crazy. And whether or not that was true, it just seems like if you
wasn't that what they did to Ron Paul?
Between Democrats or yeah, same thing, right. same type of thing. And, is Ron Paul any more crazy than Mitt Romney?
No.
Or some of the other more mainstream candidates?
I just think the rent's too damn high. That's all I think.
I think so too. I like that party. I want to join that party. The rent is just too damn high.
Right.
How can you go wrong with a party named like that?
He left everybody at lunch.
Right, absolutely. because you know something, the rent's just too damn high. Oh my God, I could do a whole skit on that. And I'm not going to. I'm just going to stop now. Jim, what do you think about Nate Shinagawa and Tom Reed?
Oh, I think Reed will probably end up pulling that one out. It's just because it just seems like a safer vote. I don't think that the majority of people that fill in that little black dot today in that election really, think too much about it until they sit down, they see Shinagawa, a new name of, a different kind of name, and they see Reed, and they fill in Reed. I think a lot of people that go to the polls today were for, voting for president. And
yeah,
so
probably.
They go across the line, they see Reed Shinagawa, they're going to take the name they're familiar with. It's not this, and I really believe that the majority of the electorate, maybe not the majority, but a good percentage of the electorate just isn't too informed or concerned with some of those races, but they vote on them anyways.
Right.
It looks like we got a few more. Looks like we got a few more states there have checked in regards to the presidential election. They got Barack Obama with 109 electoral votes to Mitt Romney with 141.
Wow.
In so far.
Wow, that's
on. Right now, especially looking at the way that Virginia is shaken out to go maybe towards Romney, and of course you're looking at Pennsylvania and Ohio. It's not going to be. If I had to call it right now, I'd say Romney's going to win.
It's looking here. It's looking that way.
Starting to sound it, yeah. It really does sound like Romney's got it in the bag almost.
A lot of the Midwest looks like all Romney, actually.
Really? Well, I'm still dying to find out about Wisconsin because right. I mean, if Romney got Wisconsin, because I mean that was the big thing all over the news the other night was about how he's going to surprise people about taking Wisconsin because Wisconsin was always a party neutral or a Democratic state, And
it looks like New York State went towards Barack Obama.
Well, that's obvious, right?
That just came in. Looks like.
Yeah, New York State, I think, has been Democratic for I don't know how many eons.
Right.
So.
Well, listen, when we go to the poll in New York State and vote for president, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we vote, what I voted today or what you voted. It was predetermined, that Obama would win. And I don't normally share my politics, but I'll tell you, I voted Libertarian this year, presidential, mainly because I really believe we need more than a choice between Democrat and Republican. If at the national level.
So you're kind of supporting the idea of unpolarizing America, getting away from the status quo of the right and the left, and more bringing it back to more of a let's vote for the candidate, not the party.
So if I vote for Obama or Romney, it doesn't matter. And to be honest with you, it doesn't matter that I voted Libertarian, but at least I know that they're going to have one more vote for someone other than Romney, so when at the end of the day that percentage might be 3% or 4%. I don't know. I feel like my vote's more valuable to contribute that way than it would be to. Now that's not always the case. To be honest with you, I was Republican most of my life. After I got out of high school, I was a political science major in college, and at that point, even though I was at Syracuse University with a lot of liberal professors, I decided I was Republican.
Right? OSU.
Oh, yeah.
OSU. Definitely.
They moved the aircraft carrier game to Sunday. I don't know if you heard that, but it was supposed to be Friday. They moved it to Sunday. So anyways, I was a Republican, and I think that was a testament to how good my professors were because they were all Democrats, all of them. So, I found myself as a Republican, and I voted that way for a long time. The first time I didn't vote Republican was the last election. I voted for Barack Obama.
What changed your mind?
Well, I felt that the Republican Party isn't the Republican Party that I originally signed up for.
A lot of people say that about both parties. You know that, Jim. A lot of people, especially younger generation, I'm going to say 40 and below, 45 and below, somewhere around there, really are looking at a lot of the parties and saying they're not what I grew up with. I mean,
Right. They're not my parents.
I'll share. I don't mind sharing. I'm pretty much an open book, so don't come beat me when I say this. But I would say that I'm a traditional Democrat. You know, I remember the old days. You know, when I signed up, when I first got out of high school and
Right.
signed up as a Democrat.
I think I'm a traditional Republican, so.
Right.
Vote for Jimmy Carter?
Right.
Right, there you go. I was thinking more Nixon, wasn't it? I'm not a quota. You know, so
Right.
anyway, but whoops, I lost my pen. Hang on.
Actually,
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the Republicans became too extreme, too much. Their policy was being dictated too much by religious right wingers. You know, so while I agree with their economic policies for the most part, it's just, you know, and that's, again, goes back to the problem of having the choice be only one or two people, because I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican, you can't agree with the entire party platform, and in either case, for me, there's a lot of differences. You know, I agree with a lot of things of the Democratic programs, and I agree with a lot of the Republican programs and ideals. So, you know, last election, I don't want to say I got swept up in it, but I thought that, you know, at a time in our country where things are kind of, we have troops deployed all over the world, and I thought it was really cool that we could elect, that our country, despite all the trashing that it's taken, you know, over the past several years, could elect a black president. And that, to me, showed me that, you know, the American dream and the American system, you know, still works. And I think if anywhere in the world that you can look at that and say, wow, you know,
right. Would it have been an even bigger, I'm going to say a bigger kick in the pants, I'm going to say, if Hillary would have gotten the nod and we would have elected the first female president. I think that would have been another good one that would have gave us that renewed faith in the process.
right.
You know,
and there's talk about Hillary running in 2016. So,
wow,
you know, there you might have it there.
I don't know. I mean, how old is she going to be now? I mean, she's after this term. I mean, if say Brock doesn't get it, so they're all out of office. You know, the whole cabinet's out, right? So whatever her age is now, add 4 years. So what is she going to be? Do you know?
Geez, I don't know. I would have to guess.
I would think at some point because I've never been fond of the idea of having, you know, 65, 70-year-old, 80-year-old politicians. I mean, they might have lost touch, and I'm not saying that they have. I'm just saying that they might have lost touch with the reality of what's
up and coming for today.
Right now.
Exactly.
So I think that's the only thing that worries me about, you know, okay, if Hillary did run for president in 2000, what is it, 16 it would be, right?
I think it would be,
yeah. So
2016.
Yeah, so 2016, Hillary runs for it. You know, what's her age going to be at that point? I mean, is she going to be able to run it? Is she going to be able to run hard enough to beat whoever's in? If it's Mitt, hey, how are we going to... how are we going to look at that candidacy and say, okay, she's out there traveling around and doing everything? Is she going to be able to handle it? You know?
I think if anybody can, she can.
Well, I'm going to agree with you on that. Yeah.
Actually, she was born in 47, so she would be 65.
Just 65, so she'd be just about 70 when they go to.
That was a reach out from one of our listeners out there.
Oh, very nice. I like reach outs from our listeners.
Right.
Reach out and touch us.
Looking up the information.
By the way, there is, but it looks like you got about 45 viewers right now. That's pretty cool that they're joining us for this tonight, and thank you guys for doing this.
Hey, no problem.
It's nice to be able to have a little local flavor, you know?
Well, hey, we're talking about all the races as much as we know about whatever. I mean, we did talk a little bit about the marijuana issue out in the Northwest, you know, about legalizing marijuana. Doesn't necessarily affect us directly here, but, you know, it is something that's kind of neat to cover. You know, I really like that you called in, Jim, and gave us all these local races that we're kind of watching. I mean, you're going to be able to get all those results on FingerLakes1.com at the end of the night. Yep. So you should be able to.
I mean, we're here waiting, you know, just like everybody else, and
Right.
Our job is to pick out the important stories and get them posted as soon as we can. But basically, if you go to our election center, there's links to every Board of Election website, and those that are offering results on a direct link, we're linking right to that results page now. So, for instance, here in Seneca County, you go to the election center, click on Seneca County, you're looking at the results page. You can literally refresh that every 5 minutes, and in about 15, 20 minutes, we should start seeing results. And actually, let me just tell our viewers, because this isn't my first election night, and Phil, I know it's not yours, because I know you're involved with the Board of Elections. We're helping them pull this off technologically.
Right.
But what
Not this year. They're flying solo this year, so I got a chance to do this, so it was kind of fun.
Well, good for them. Good for them.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is a night where Seneca County does a great job. Cuba County does a great job. Ontario County does a great job of getting the results up shortly. Last election, Yates County didn't get the results posted on their website till the afternoon of the following day.
Wow.
Right.
Wayne County is another one that has been slow, but it looks like they've made some changes. It's just
I was looking at Ontario. I think it was Ontario and Monroe counties websites, and I wasn't too. I know the interface. I've seen that interface before, where they're trying to give you the live data as it comes in. And it's all database driven, but it makes it a little tough to really publicize it very quickly, and especially for people like us who are trying to go look at the results right now.
So get them out there.
That's what all media is doing too. Nobody's got an inside track to these results. They come from the Board of Election website, and that's where we get the results. And those results are getting posted. Yeah, they're getting posted to. They're being told to. Any media outlet. So most media outlets are waiting for the results the same as most people at home are who are in front of their computer right now.
Right. And we want to extend out. We want to extend out to the Board of Elections, any one of the Board of Elections. If you want to give us a call and get on the air, and we'll talk with you for a few minutes and talk about your stuff, I'm more than happy to get you on.
Any of the candidates out there?
Any of the candidates want to talk to us a little bit about whatever, or maybe even say, hey, congratulations to them if they find out that they won a particular race. Hey, we were more than happy to have you call in 315-220-0692. You can get on just like Jim Sinecrope here, president of FingerLakes1.com. He's on the phone with us.
Not an elected position.
What's that?
I would say president of Finger Lakes One, but it's not an elected position. So.
No. I think you're the owner too, aren't you?
Yes.
So
CEO.
We incorporated and had to, and so upon incorporation, my official title became president.
President and CEO.
So
I want to find out. I am so dying if any listener to the Tech Talk Live show actually wrote in Flipper for president. I mean, I'm so dying to find out if they did anything. I am gonna call the commissioners probably first thing in the morning or maybe tomorrow sometime and just be like, hey, just curious, if you guys happen to come across this, just let me know. I just want to know what happened, because that would be fun.
I had a friend. His name was Tim Same. He's the son of Peter Same, former Seneca Falls town supervisor.
Okay, yep, I know Timmy.
Yep.
A good friend of mine growing up, and now this was going back maybe 15 years. His Olio was running unopposed, as he does most years, and Jimmy Same decided that he was going to mount a little writing campaign, kind of as a joke. Well, between him and all his friends that he got to write in, and I didn't write him in. I voted for Senator Nozzolio because I think he would do a better job than Tim Same. But anyway,
wow.
I've been out drinking with Tim, right? That's what you want to say, right?
He got 37 write-ins, or maybe it was 17, whatever it was a significant number. And when they printed the results in the newspaper the next day, there he was, Tim Same, 37.
Nice.
And I said, geez, Timmy, I mean, that's pretty cool and funny and all, but, do you really want to have Mike Nozzolio have you on your radar? Of like a potential, concern.
Right.
So that's kind of funny.
Oh, that is funny. It's so funny because Senator Nozzolio does do a lot of great things for the Finger Lakes area. I mean, he's done quite a few things. I mean, I know he's done quite a few things with like the trail, the Seneca Trail that's going between lakes to lakes.
Great Seneca County native.
Yes, great Seneca County native. I think he was born and raised here in Seneca Falls, if I remember correctly, right?
Yep.
Seneca Falls, a member of the Miners Academy undefeated football team of 19.
Oh, okay. We don't have to go that far. He was on the football team. I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I mean, it's really great that, some of these people, I mean, Brian Kolb's another one. I mean, he's been to Seneca County. I think I've shook his hand 4 or 5 times from things that he's come up to the county and done.
Right.
So, I mean, it's really nice to see politicians in the upper echelons of politics, the state Senate, the Congress, and Assembly and stuff, actually make it back to local.
I think it's pretty important that for us here in the Finger Lakes, because New York City's a part of New York, the Capital District, Buffalo. It's a big state. So we have 2 representatives in Kolb and Nozzolio who I feel comfortable with, or they're working hard for us and, bringing home the funding that we need and making sure we're getting our share here.
Right.
And you're right. I've seen Brian Kolb, I can't count how many times in how many different towns. And so, and Senator Nozzolio, I've seen him at Newark Pilots baseball games and the St. Anthony Festival, and of course you've all seen the many photos of him handing out giant checks, to this volunteer fire department, or this group or that group. So, and he was also a huge champion of the veteran cemetery up at Sampson. So
you're right. The veteran cemetery for Seneca County up here in Sampson was an amazing undertaking for any senator or assembly person to really get the funding and put it back into
and the recognition.
And the recognition, right. I think the only downfall to that whole thing, and this is my only opinion about that, is that I think it was great that they got the funding to get it going, but there was no funding to maintain it. You know, so I think that's the only downside to that. But still,
even Seneca County, I think, stepped up to the plate to help maintain some.
I think it was Seneca County. Well, I think it was the IDA, the Seneca County Industrial Development Agency took it over.
You're right.
So they kind of did the whole takeover and do the funding. I think the Seneca County as an organization, on the other hand, has put people in place. I'm pretty sure like the maintenance people and stuff helped build different pieces of it out there. Seneca County Highway, I believe, did a lot of the paving work out there so that, the budget could stay under budget and the work was done by local people. Right. So, which was really nice.
And that, something like that, too, is not just a monument or something to honor veterans. It's also an economic engine in terms of the amount of people it will bring to the area, when it gets up and running at full steam. So, the basic point is I think we're doing okay with Brian Kolb and Mike Nozzolio representing us.
What about one of the other races? I mean, we were still
right.
What was one of the other races?
Just a brief presidential election update. Barack Obama 123, Mitt Romney 153.
Not too far off.
No. The popular vote looks like it's pretty close. 15,000,009 to 16,000,005. So
Romney was 16,000,005.
Romney was 16,000,005. So you're only talking, 5
right now, just with that number,
700,000. That's it.
Right now, with that 16 million and 15 million, that means that over 30 million people have voted already and have been accounted for and tabulated.
Right.
Which is leading to 2012 being one of the best years percentage-wise of the number of people going out to vote. Isn't that weird?
That's awesome.
Well, I saw something interesting today. You know that on Facebook, that if you can say you voted, you click a little button that says I voted or I'm going to vote.
Oh, right.
They were saying that actually increases voter turnout, that alone.
Really?
Because it just makes more people aware or makes more people feel guilty.
I'm guilty. I push the Facebook like button, so I have to go out and vote. I don't see it.
If I can do this, I really should go.
You see one of your friends,
right?
You see one of your friends did it, and you say to yourself, "Yeah, I should vote too. This guy voted."
Yeah,
I don't know, but I just read a little article about that. I don't know the science behind it, but they claim that alone is increased voter turnout this year.
Well, hey, whatever the reason, okay, right? I don't care what the reason is. I know I've had a few good heated discussion, one being with Snide over many political issues and so on and so forth. You know, people tend to take up a polarized approach to politics. It's rooting for my team and my team only, you know, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, the big thing that comes back to play is I don't care who you vote for. I really don't.
Right.
I do care that you made it out to vote. You got your voice heard. That's all that matters to me.
Right.
Because in the end, on a personal level, if you don't vote, there's always that possibility that you might go, oh, geez, I really should have gone and voted.
Yeah,
oh,
right.
man. And you're going to feel horrible.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at the 2012 Senate races, United States Senate race. It's tipping towards the Republicans by one.
Really?
Yep, 40.
Now, who do we
40
got on that
Democrats
race? Who do
and,
we got on that race up here locally in the Finger Lakes?
We got
area?
41 Republicans with 2 independents.
Is that the Senate race or is that
That's a Senate race.
So that would be who? I'm losing it because I lost my piece of paper.
Right, that would be, let me see here. Let me take a look real quick.
Who is the Senate race up here, Jim?
That would be Gillibrand and
Jim.
Long.
Oh, Gillibrand and Long, right.
Yep.
There we go. So let's see. So that would be the Senate here. So up on screen now we got Gillibrand and Long. So
It looks like Gillibrand's leading with the popular vote, 63% to 33% for
okay,
Long
and
out of New York.
so now Long was the Republican and Gillibrand's the Democrat or
Correct.
vice versa?
Yep,
So the Democrat's still in the lead at this point.
correct. 63% to 33%. Yeah,
Very
definitely.
nice. I really like the pictures I found of these two candidates. I mean, they're two lovely ladies. They really do photograph well. I think whoever did the photographs did a wonderful job. I mean, you know me, I got to think about the technicalities behind
Right,
it, but
right.
I mean, really, honestly, whoever did it did a wonderful job, and these two ladies really look great on all their candidacy stuff. So,
Of course, remember in the Senate races, you need 51 of 100 votes to, for the majority, and Republicans.
The other one that's
Republicans got by
important-
one.
The other race important just to our east here would be Maffei and Burkle, and I'm sure we're all sick of those freaking TV commercials
Right.
over the past month.
Maffei, Maffei, Dan Maffei and Anne-Marie
Burkle.
Burkle right here, right? That's the one I got up on
Right.
screen now. So,
DC Dan Maffei and Anne-Marie Burkle supports rape.
That's for what the
what'd you say? You didn't say what I think you just said.
yeah the commercial.
The commercials are so bad. I mean, they're basically saying that Burkle wants women to get raped, and
Oh.
Dan Maffei wants to move to China.
See, I am so, here's one of the things. We have laws about slander and libel and all that good stuff. Why do they not apply to political campaigns? If they're really going that far deep into it,
Yeah.
why are not people that make these ads that are just totally wrong or just totally out of order
Right.
aren't getting
All
arrested?
responsible, I know.
I mean, it just makes no sense. I mean, whatever happened to the days that, hey, I'm Flipper, I'm running for president, and I'm going to get you a tax cut in the form of a little Debbie.
Right, on the back of the train, nonetheless.
Right, and not even on the back of the train. I mean, that was kind of Snide's point, but
Right. I had to throw it out there.
Right, but I mean, really, I think the big thing that comes down to me is whatever happened to people actually running on, one, the record, and two, what they support. I mean, are we that bad that it's like a bad Facebook topic where well, you're a stupid head. I mean, really.
Well, you know what? The way things are today, that if let's say that just Burkle ran the tax ads and Maffei didn't do anything, you'd like to think that people would say, you know what, I'm not voting for Burkle running all these attack ads. But they don't. The people actually get a little scared of, it just gets pounded into their heads. And
Right.
so, yeah, I think you almost have to do, I mean, I don't know what the answer to that is. Nobody likes it, but I think that if one candidate goes negative and the other one doesn't, I think it hurts the one that doesn't.
Yeah, I know. It's so weird. I heard a phrase the other day, and I can't remember who said it, so I think that's probably the best way to keep it anyway.
Exactly.
Was that a person running on a negative thing towards any government? So even if it's one candidate running against another candidate, and
Right.
God, I wish Peter was around because Peter has all these wonderful psychology 101 kind of thought processes why people act the way they do. And I think what it was that when you can focus your hatred and get people behind you on that hatred,
Right.
and pretty much bastardize the other person, it makes that mob thought process. It's just like mob thinking or gangs. Gangs ganging up on people. One leader just comes out of the woodwork and, hey, let's go after this because we hate this. Blah 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 blah.
Right.
And then everybody kind of filters in behind and then starts attacking that person, and it becomes such a tidal wave of emotional hatred. It's hard to stop something like that.
It is.
So,
anyway, in the House.
Well,
We've got a few results for the House, U.S. House races, 98 for Republicans, 56 for the Democrats. Of course, 218 of 435 seats needed for the majority. So right now it's tipping towards the Republicans as well.
as being the majority.
As being the majority, right? They don't have the official results in. Of course, we got governor's races. We got 15 Democratic wins to 28 in the Republican wins. So,
Wow.
And one independent actually won a seat.
Wow, amazing.
Right? But,
well, guys, I think that it will be very shortly now we start seeing some local results.
All right.
So I'm going to get off the line here and get to work with our team, getting, interpreting some of these results as they come in, and we're going to have you guys on, of course, throughout the night. And, I appreciate what you're doing, and I'm sure that, what we got, about 48 people viewing right now. That's
very nice.
That's pretty good. So I'm sure that everybody appreciates having a little local flavor tonight.
Yeah.
So
And we'll stay on
Are
as
you?
long
Oh,
as
so
we
what?
wait.
So Jim, what flavor am I?
you're vanilla, JJ's mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate chip.
There you go.
Nice.
I like it.
I don't even know what that means, but
I don't
Yeah,
either,
they're
but
both good ice
I think
cream.
this takes us
They're both
right
good.
into a nice little break. We'll take a little break, play a little bit of music, and maybe go get a potty break and all that good stuff, and then we'll be back to the cameras and the mic in a few
See if
minutes.
there's
What do
any
you
more.
think?
probably with results too soon. Very
All right.
soon. They should be coming in very soon.
All right, sounds good, Jim. Thanks for calling in, and if you want to call in later and talk some more, we'd love to have you on.
And we'll be on as long as you need us. Really.
Yep.
3 a.m.?
No, no.
I'm game. Why
Okay.
not? Let's go for it.
I'm not doing 3 a.m. Oh my God, I'm dragging. I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to make it to 11 maybe. So
All right,
anyway.
guys. Well,
Sounds
keep
good.
up the good work.
All right,
Talk to
sounds
you
good.
later.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye, Jim. So that was great. Jim Sinacropi, people, from the president and owner of FingerLakes1.com.
Right. CEO.
CEO.
Right.
Is that? No, I think it's just president. I don't think he's CEO.
Yeah, that sounds good anyway.
I know it does.
Right.
So anyway, I'm Flipper.
I'm JJ.
And we're doing your election and results this year for 2012. If you want to get on the chat line and talk to us, you can get on the Finger Lakes One chat. There's a little chat button down in the lower right-hand corner. You can get on, and we can talk a little bit that way. You want to send us an email, you can send us an email at,
TechTalkLiveNY@gmail.com.
and we'll read it on the air.
And reach out to us at 315-220-0692.
Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of a breather, just give everybody at home a little bit of a break from us as well.
Exactly.
So, we're just going to make it a widescreen shot like this, and we're going to mute the mics, and we're going to play a little music in the background. Hope you enjoy it. It's going to be a little, I don't know what I just picked a bunch of stuff, so I don't know what it is.
Very good.
All right, we'll be
Be
right,
right
back.
back.
And we're back with Election Day results 2012 coverage. I'm Flipper.
I'm JJ.
And we're your correspondents this evening for FingerLakes1.com.
Yes, on Finger Lakes TV.
Finger Lakes TV. FingerLakes1.tv.
Correct.
So
anyway, let's look up, see if we get any.
That's what I was just starting to do. Was I was going to say
results coming in yet? Seneca County doesn't look like they have anything posted as of yet. Let's try. Let's go to our neighbors to the west. Let's look at Ontario County, see if we got anything. Loading. So
loading. Please wait.
Right. Exactly. Maybe the results are in.
I was going to say, some of the things, some of the big issues with this the Finger Lakes area. A lot of people are concerned with is of course the hydrofracking issue. A lot of people are polarized about the hydrofracking issue, whether it's safe, whether it's not, whether it's environmentally sound or not. And it just depends on. And some people are looking at, I believe, the Anne Marie Burkle and which one is it? Anne Marie Burkle and I'm losing it. Who was the other candidate? Anne Marie Burkle and
is it that Dan Maffei? Is that him?
Yes, Dan Maffei.
I do believe from the U.S. House.
Yes, yep. U.S. House. There we go.
Actually, I just
so these two. Right. There we go. So I believe that Anne Marie Burkle was the one that was against hydrofracking in the first place, and Maffei was for it. So I'm not really sure how that all plays out with the whole thing. But I mean, a lot of people are kind of concerned with that race. Because of that issue, and also the fiscal issue with, making sure that job creation happens and so on and so forth.
Well, looking at, actually, I just refreshed on Seneca County's webpage, and it looks like we got 12 out of 27 election districts reporting. We got 57% going for Barack Obama.
Nice.
40% for Mitt Romney.
Okay, that's kind of along the lines that I was thinking it was going to happen around here anyway.
For the United States Senator, vote for one, we got Gillibrand with 63% and Wendy Long for 34%.
Right, okay.
So leading candidate, of course, is Gillibrand. On the state Supreme Court justice for Seneca County, we got vote for two. We got, right now, leading is Gail Donofrio, I do believe is how it's pronounced, and Dave Barry.
Donofrio.
30% and 24%, respectively. And
here, I got the page up so I can help you read some.
Right. We got, of course, we got County Clerk Tina Lotz.
Go Tina!
Yes. 99% of the vote.
99, right?
Leading candidate.
There was, I noticed on the page too. There was write-ins. There were 16 write-ins so far.
Right. Looking at the Proposition 1, which I think was the civil.
Yes, that is the civil. Yep.
Yep. That it was actually defeated.
So far, that's only 12 out of 27 districts.
Yes, but they're right now it's 54% of the vote is against it.
Right. So I mean, if we use this for an indication, I mean, we're probably looking at that's going to be a no by the end of the night, unless there's some major changes in the districts. We don't know what districts have or have not voted in yet. So.
Right.
But yeah, that proposal one about moving the civil office looks like it's heading towards the scenario of being turned down.
Yep, exactly. Representative in Congress, of course.
Shinagawa and Tom Reed.
Shinagawa in the lead.
I am surprised. That is really.
I did not see that coming.
No, a lot of people haven't seen that coming. I mean, he's at 51.184% or 51%, we'll say.
Right.
Tom Reed's at about 49%.
But about 100 vote margin or less. That's not bad.
Yeah. So I mean, he's making a run for the money. I'm pretty impressed with that.
There might be a big defeat there.
Yeah, you never know. Shinagawa. The funny thing is with Shinagawa. Let me pull up Shinagawa here. I believe.
And I haven't even heard the guy. Never heard of the guy.
If you go look at his campaign website and you look what he stands for and so on and so forth, he has worked. I mean, he has really worked really hard. And I'm not saying that Tom Reed doesn't. Okay, I don't know these people personally per se, but you look at some of their political campaigns and so on and so forth. Shinagawa is really. He's pushing. He's pumping out he's going door to door. He's really doing
making a name for himself.
Very much so. I mean, he's already part of the legislation down in Ithaca. He's really come along the ways of being environmentally, as what a lot of people are calling him, environmentally friendly as well as family friendly.
Right. You have the particulars on him over there, right?
Do I got Shinagawa? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Nate Shinagawa is an experienced and innovative Democrat running for Congress to represent the southern tier and Finger Lakes region of New York in the 23rd Congressional District. He's running a progressive, assertive, grassroots campaign to shatter the gridlock in Washington and make government work again for everyday Americans.
Nice.
He is an experienced elected legislator. Like I said, he's been elected to the city of Ithaca, I believe,
Okay.
as a legislative body. A healthcare reformer, an economic development and job growth leader, and an environmental leader. And those are the key points off of his page. I really got to say, I mean, this is a guy that came out of nowhere. I mean,
who knew?
I remember talking to, I'm going to give a big shout out to my friend Carl over at the Board of Elections. I was talking to him earlier, telling him about what we were doing. I really hope that, Seneca County Board of Elections calls in and maybe makes a few statements, see how they're doing over there. Hopefully they're doing fine.
Right.
He was saying that one of the big things here was this race. This race was really big because it's just Shinagawa is like out of nowhere. I mean, he is the first YEO. I can't think of what it stands for. Young entrepreneur something. I can't.
If you know, give us a call.
Right. If you know, give us a call. What's our number?
It is 315-220-0692.
Or if you want to get on the air and just talk about whatever, hey, we're good with it. You know.
Throw us an email out, techtalkalive@gmail.com.
Right, because that's what's up and sitting here waiting right now.
And you can get on the chat line, of course.
I got the chat line up as well.
Very good. I'm not sure if you can get it to fire over there. I can't get Seneca County pop up on mine. It won't load over here.
What? Where were we?
We're
Shinagawa and Reed, right?
Shinagawa, Reed, Seneca. We'll
All
finish
right,
off the Seneca County results real quick.
All right, so 54th State Senate District, Michael F. Nizzolio.
Correct.
He's 99%
of the vote.
There is 34 write-ins against, I guess.
Right.
Brian Kolb is at 99% of votes because he's unopposed, with 16 write-ins.
Right.
132nd State Assembly District, Philip A. Palmisano. I can never pronounce his name. Palmisano. All right. Only has 256 votes, but that's what I think. That's only a certain set of people are. What, we got a comment or?
I got a different comment from one of our listeners. Not about what we're talking about anyway.
Ontario results.
I would just want to fish out with
Seneca. Yeah,
County
I was just getting Jim Sinegroby just sent me Ontario County results. So
all right, I got Jeff Trout finishing up the term in the town of Fayette for councilman. We got 6 write-in votes there, and looks like we got Miss O'Brien leading the tax collector position for the town of Waterloo. 5 out of 5 districts actually reported, so I would say she's the winner.
Yeah, she's the winner at 59% to 40%. So yes, Miss O'Brien is in.
Yeah, Proposition 2 must be for the town of Waterloo. I'm not sure what that is right off.
I didn't see that one. I couldn't find it.
I didn't see that one either. They passed.
So Proposition 2 for the Waterloo districts passed 51% to 48%.
Right, and then we're still waiting on Lodi and Ovid for the town justice position. Of course, it's unopposed,
right. So
congratulations to Lou Van Cleef out there. I'm going to declare him the winner.
All right, well, you can declare anybody you want the winner. That's all good. Yeah, an update on the... Barack Obama right now in Seneca County is at 56%, and versus Mitt Romney at 41%. So
very good.
The other candidates fall in line at 50, 60, 10, 4 votes. So yeah.
Did you get an update from Ontario County there?
I'm working on it. It's still trying to load. It's slowly going. So
let's see here. Let's see if we can get anything out of Wayne County to pop up here.
Yeah, that's. Yeah,
slowly loading. Everybody must be uploading the results.
Yeah, probably. It's probably getting that point where things are going to start flying now.
Right.
Seneca County. Okay, so Manny Price just posted on the chat room here, not looking good for Prop 1 in Seneca County. No, it does not. It looks like it's really going to be
I think it's going to be defeated.
Yeah, it does look like it's going to be defeated. Let's see. Come on, let's try reloading this. Here we go. PDF of Ontario County. We're sorry, but there is no page matching your results.
All right, then.
So that explains why it wasn't loading. Jim, send it to me again if you find it. That's kind of funny.
Right. We're going to touch back to Politico.com and look at the presidential election. Still, Barack Obama with 123 of the electoral votes to Mitt Romney with 153 still.
So
things really haven't changed. We got a lot of gray areas, so they're in the process of counting up the votes there in several states.
Wow, it's gonna be impressive to see how that whole thing plays out tomorrow morning. You know,
right? Democrats are tipping the Senate race back in their favor by 142 to 41.
Okay,
and we got 2 independent seats now in the Senate race.
Really?
Yeah.
So 2 independents have won, or pretty close to being winning.
And in the House race, we have it's tipping towards the Republicans in 110 seats to 69. Of course, you need 218 of 436 to win the majority on that one. So things are close.
Things are close. I don't know. We're still. I mean, we got the President Obama, Mitt Romney race. We're kind of watching that. We're not going to follow that all night, but we will follow it up until we get off the air here on FingerLakes1.com.
Right now scheduled for 10:30. We could probably stay later if we had to.
Yeah, let's see how we play out. I mean, if we get a lot of the results and we publicize them that way, then we'll see what happens.
Sounds good.
Another one of the races that we're following is the Long Gillibrand race. A lot of people are concerned with that one because of the hydrofracking issues, energy issues, so on and so forth, the economic policies issues. We also have the Maffei and Burkle race. Again, it's another one of those local issues do matter. So a lot of the hydrofracting budgetary stuff and so on and so forth with that.
I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm just trying to get the results.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to think of. I'm just trying to think of all those things I want to say with this, and I'm stuttering myself. So, and then of course the big surprise right now, I gotta say, is the huge surprise is Shinagawa and Reed. I mean, that is a surprise.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming.
I mean, I
didn't hear Shinagawa for a couple of weeks before the elections.
Well, right. I mean, I'm sure he's been probably doing. Well, if you look at his website, I'm telling you, he's done a lot of legwork. He's really pushing hard, and I gotta admit, I was surprised. I mean, when Carl told me about him this morning, I was just like, Shinagawa, who? You know. Hey, anybody in the Shinagawa camp, give us a shout, 315-220-0692. We'd love to hear from you guys. I mean, that'd be great. Or if you want to, if we got Reed people out there, please give us a call.
Yep, call in.
I mean, we're always looking for callers. This is always a great thing. We like interaction. We like to talk to people about what you want to talk about.
Right. Schuyler County, we don't have any results in for Schuyler yet. Yates County, I'm still waiting on Yates. Let me see if we can get anything out of their website. Looking for the election results. And not getting anything.
Yeah, Jim was just saying that they're uploading quickly, so you have to pop out to the main page and then go back into it.
Yeah, I keep on refreshing here and seeing what I can get.
So I think I got something for Ontario. Let me see what we got here.
Okay.
All right, Ontario County, 40 out of 92 districts have been, or 40 out of 92 machines reporting out of 92 total districts. So we're about 43% into it.
Right.
Right now, the presidential race in Ontario County is Mitt Romney, Paul Ryan at 9,960 votes. Barack Obama, Joe Biden at 9,479. Very, very close race there.
Right.
Let's see. The rest of them are all falling in line, just like with Seneca. We got Gary Johnson at 231, Jill Steen at 103, Virgil Good at 23, and Peta Lindsay at 4. So that's a presidential race in Ontario County. Moving down the line here, United States Senator Kristen Gillibrand and Wendy Long. Kristen Gillibrand in the lead at 10,794.
Nice.
Wendy Long at 7,731. The rest of the candidates all filter in less than 1,000. State Supreme Court Justice. Vote for two of them. Currently, the two that are in the lead is Gail Donofrio at 11,642 votes.
Right.
David Michael Berry at 9,017 votes. The other two are pretty far away. I don't think they're going to... Jay Scott, or I can't say his name. I'm so sorry. Odorissi? How do you pronounce that?
I'm not sure.
Wow, that's rough. I got to say that's really rough for me, I guess.
Probably.
I'm hooked on phonics. So,
Very good.
Anyway, and then Sean Gleason at they're both at 7,000 votes and 6,000 votes. Congressional District number 27, Kathy Hochul at 6,813, and Chris Collins at 6,269. Another close race at this point. Congressional District number 23, Tom Reed and whoops. Oh, there's Nate. Okay. Tom Reed and Nate Shinagawa. Tom Reed is in the lead at 3,106 votes. Nate Shinagawa is down by about 500 votes at 2,464. Let's see. Moving on down past the page break here.
Very good.
Senatorial District 55. We have Sean Hanna in the lead at 2,502 or 2,520. And Ted O'Brien at 1,542. We have the Senatorial District race 54 as well. So the 54 is Mike Nizzolio. He's in the lead with 100% of the votes at 11,825.
Right.
Brian Kolb as well with 15,000 votes. Bristol. We have the Town Justice Bristol. Catherine McGuire has 0 votes at this point because there's zero voting machines have been counted so far.
Right.
I thought that was funny when I first said that. 0 already? Really? East Bloomfield, 1 out of 3 machines for the Superintendent of Highways, East Bloomfield, Brian Barnard, with 463 votes. That's about it. You got the Gorham Councilman, Brian Case. None of the machines have been voted yet. Justice of Gorham, Kathleen Schwartz.
Right.
And Hopewell, 2 out of 3 machines have been voted for or been accounted for, and that's Matthew B. Goodman for the council member in the town of Seneca, or village of Seneca. I don't know what you call that.
It's town of Seneca.
Town of Seneca?
Yep.
Proposal number 1, 2, and 3. There is no results yet because the voting machines are not in yet. South Bristol, 1 of 2 machines, 50% of the votes are in. For Town Justice of South Bristol, William Welch.
Right. Vote for 1, so I think he's probably...
Finally, I got to the contested one. In Victor, 4 out of 12 of the machines reporting so far out of the district for Victor. The Town Justice of Victor, Thomas Toby Ray, at 1,406 votes, is in the lead over Michael A. Jones Jr. at 498 votes. And that is your update for Ontario County.
Very nice. Let's see if there's anything in from Monroe County at all. Waiting on results coming for that.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to look at Monroe?
Monroe's not working for me.
All right, let me see if I can get on to... let's go here, and hopefully I can mute this so it doesn't play that ad again.
Right.
That was kind of fun, right?
It was. Let's try. We do have some results that come in. Looks like for Chemung County, for our listeners out in Chemung.
All right.
Actually, this is the Republican primary, so that probably wouldn't help out any. Let's see if there's a general election result.
Okay, Schuyler County does not have any election results as of yet.
Nope.
Let's see. Seneca, we know, is working on it. Let's look. Steuben. And Steuben, click for unofficial results. Let's see if they got anything in here. Unofficial at 9:54.
Right.
Hey, we got some results. You want to know the results of Steuben County? Let's give it a go here.
Let's give it a try.
All right, presidential electors for president and vice president countywide. So far, 5 out of 85 election districts are in at this point. So
Okay.
not quite really a good taste of what's going on, but at least we got something. So currently in Steuben, Barack Obama has a total of 877 votes. Mitt Romney has a total of 1,263. Everybody else filters in below 100 votes. United States Senator, we have Gillibrand and Long and a couple other people. But again, it's really the Gillibrand-Long race that's really everybody's really looking at, right?
Right, exactly.
Kristen Gillibrand is leading with 1,196 to Wendy Long at 894.
Very nice.
Very nice that I'm reading them.
You're doing an excellent job. Excellent
Well, thank you. I try.
My computer's a little bit slower than yours, but I'm catching up here.
Oh, man. It's all good, JJ.
Hey, you know, what do you want from an iPad?
Right? So, anyway, hey, you want to get in on the discussion? You want to talk about something here? You want us to look something up? Again, give us an email, techtalkliveny@gmail.com.
Or maybe you got some information that we don't have yet. Give us a call, 315-220-0692.
Absolutely. We'll
Right,
get you on
get
the
in
air
on the chat.
ASAP.
Right?
Let's see, where was I? We were on the Gillibrand race,
Did you
right?
get Tompkins County yet? Or no?
No, I did
No,
not.
I think Tompkins did come up.
Did it?
Maybe touch base after.
All right,
we
let's
get done.
finish. What was I on? Chemung or Steuben? I'm on Steuben.
Yep.
All right, so State Supreme Court Justice, 7th District, got a vote for 2 right now. The 2 that are in the lead is Gail Donofrio and David Berry. Gail is in the lead at 1,265 votes, and David is at 1,180 votes. Looks like those 2 are going to be the ones elected. County judge, 10-year term. Oh, I forgot. They changed that, didn't they? County judge.
All
first.
county judges are 10 years.
Is it?
Yep.
What one's for?
Uh,
It's not Supreme Court, is it? Maybe it is.
I'm not sure right offhand.
Oh, I'll have to think about that one. So anyhow, county judge Peter Bradstreet is in the lead because he's the only one in the vote, but he's got 1,727 votes.
I'm thinking he's going to be the winner.
Right. Same way with the Steuben's sheriff, currently 4-year term. David V. Cole is running unopposed, currently has 1,628 votes out there.
Very nice.
Bath race, we have town clerk. Let's see, the town clerk. Whoops, I got to scroll down just a little bit further so I can get them. With 5 out of 9 districts, so 56% of the votes right now. We have town clerk Kyle Lowry, probably, with 540 votes, and Rhonda Tobias is 1,353. Rhonda being the Republican. I don't know if she's the incumbent or not, but she is in the lead.
Very nice.
So, Campbell race. Holy cow, there's a lot to Steuben. No election results for a lot of these other races. I'm just kind of scrolling down until I get some numbers here. So bear with me. I think that was it, guys. That was it for Steuben. That is it for Steuben. Oh, whoops, there we go. 23 races, 5 out of 85. Representative of Congress. Oh, there we go. There's the Shinagawa race. 5 out of 85%, so 6% of the votes in. Shinagawa is got 898 votes, and Tom Reed has 1,228 votes.
Wow.
So
Another
fairly
close
good
race.
lead.
Right.
But hey, it's early. 5 out of 85 districts, so only 6% of the votes are counted so far. Tom O'Mara is running unopposed. Let's see. Palmisano, same thing. 133 race. Let's see. This is Burke. Yes, Burke Nojay. Oh, Bill Nojay. I forgot he was on. I forget he was on one of the tags this year, one of the races. So, member of Assembly, 132nd district. No voting districts have reported in enough to get anything. But I want to see the results of this one. I really do.
Oh, yeah,
because
so do I can't wait.
I mean, have you ever heard Bill Nojay's show on Finger Lakes?
couple
news
times. Yeah.
He's funny. He's a interesting character, and his show, you got to get charged up about his show.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
We wish him good luck.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Right, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, he's running against Randolph Weaver and Richard Burke. So in that race, so good luck to him.
Very good.
And then, of course, the member assembly, 148th district, assembly district 148. We have Dan Brown and Joe. I'm going to say this wrong. Giglio, Giglio. I can't pronounce it evidently. So those are the results at Steuben County right now.
Right.
So
we're going to move on to Tompkins County.
Okay.
Looks like we've got 59 out of 69 election districts reporting in, with Barack Obama as a clear winner, 66-30.
Okay.
And the United States Senator for Tompkins County, voting for one, looks like Kristen Gillibrand with 71% of the vote. To Wendy Long, 25%. We also have a Supreme Court Justice for Tompkins County, vote for one. And that looks like a Kevin Dowd with 98% of the vote, with 230 actually write-in candidates for that position.
Really? That's a lot of write-ins.
That is a lot of write-ins. Congratulations to that person or persons that got those votes. To 23rd Congressional District, we've got Shenandoah reporting in with 68%. Home county. County.
Yeah, I know, but another,
Right?
still a surprise. I mean, he really. Think about it this way: he has been nowhere. I don't know why I'm so excited about this race. I think it's probably because he is like a nobody. You never heard of him. You never heard of him unless you're down in Ithaca. You've probably never heard of
Nate Shenandoah.
Right. And out of nowhere, here he is, and he's beating the incumbent.
Right, Tom Reed. 68% to 31%.
Right, and even after the redraw of the lines,
right?
You know,
exactly.
so it's just such a neat race to follow because it kind of gets your blood pumping because you're like, oh, look at this is so neat to see. I don't
see the underdog win. Yeah.
Well, I don't even want to say underdog, just but the unknown.
The unknown win, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta say again a big shout out to Carl over at Board of Elections in Seneca, man. Let me tell you, that was the best tip that I could ever gotten. I really thought the Tom Reed Shenandoah race was sewed up. I didn't think this would be this close.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming actually. And we're going to move on to the 125th State Assembly District. We're voting for one candidate. We got Barbara Lifton with 99% of the vote. Well, we got 126 write-in votes there too as well. For the 51st State Senate District, we got 18 now of 21 election districts reporting in. James Seward being the favorite right now, 53% to 46% over Howard Lieb, I do believe it's pronounced. On the 58th State Senate District, we've got Tom O'Mara, single candidate, with 97% of the vote with 166 write-ins.
Wow.
We've got Senator Nozzolio, of course, for the 54th State Senate District, 99% of the votes with 19 write-ins in Tompkins County. Fourth Ward candidates. Elderperson, Fourth Ward for the City of Ithaca. We got the 3 out of 3 election districts reporting in with the Stephen Smith. Looks like he's a clear winner there with 84% of the vote at 357 to 65. In Dryden, we've got Town Justice for Dryden. Vote for one, 11 out of 11 districts reporting in, with the winner being Joseph J. Ventilli?
I don't know. I can't see it.
Valentini? Anyway, if I pronounce your name wrong, I apologize. But he's got 74% of the vote to 25% of the vote. In the town of Ithaca, we got Town Justice race. We're voting for one, 10 out of 13 election districts reporting in. There's one candidate with 15 write-ins, David Klein, the clear winner there with 99% of the vote. And also we got in the town of Lansing, we got town council person for Lansing, 7 out of 7 electric districts reporting in. We've got Katrina Binkowitz with 61% of the vote compared to Andra Benson with 38% of the votes. For proposal number 1 in Lansing and Tompkins County, 7 out of 7 election districts voting in favor. Proposition 1 there in Lansing, 77% to 22%. In Newfield, we got a town clerk's position, 4 out of 4 election districts running unopposed. Karen is clear winner there, 99% of the vote. And in the town justice for Ulysses, 4 out of 4 districts, Tom Shaley is running unopposed. He's got 99% of the vote, of course. And that's it for now for Tompkins County.
Cool. I think I got Skylar up.
You think you got Skylar up?
I'm pretty sure I got Skylar here.
Okay.
Let's see. We're going to hit refresh, see if any more districts are in. Because last update was, yep, it's still at, okay, so Schuyler County is at 10 out of 17 election districts have reported. Having a problem talking all of a sudden. Let's see. So the clear winner right now so far is Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan.
Nice.
With 2,380 votes versus Barack Obama and Joe Biden at 1825. So in Schuyler, it looks like Mitt's in the lead by 13%, about 13% of the votes, and there's still 7 election districts out. So could still change, but it looks like if we were going to call it right now, I'd probably say that Mitt and Paul got it.
Right, yep. Just a slight looking at my website on my Politico.com. Still a couple extra votes are in, 147 for Barack and 159 for Mitt Romney. So
wow, closed the gap a little bit,
right,
huh?
Right, closing the gap to 23,000,009 to 24,9 by about a million votes. So
wow,
it's pretty close still.
Pretty close still, yeah.
That might be that might be to call after tomorrow or next couple of days.
Well,
really.
Yeah, once they get all the well, of course, all these election results are
unofficial.
Unofficial. We always have to really express that they're unofficial until they get done with any recounts, and if there is any absentee ballots that are still out. So they all have to be accounted for and put into place and put into the right piles and stuff. So, it takes a while for the election districts to get it done. But usually by the end of the week, we usually know pretty close who's what.
Who you were looking for? You're looking for Wyoming? Is that what you're looking for?
No, Wisconsin, I think it was. Was it Wyoming?
Was it Wyoming or Wisconsin?
I think one of those two.
I don't know. Wyoming's anyway tipping towards Mitt Romney, actually.
Wow.
To win that race, actually. So
maybe it was Wyoming. I don't know. I wish I could go back and remember. I don't have time to go back and play that video clip, but it was so funny because on Sunday or last Friday, Mitt was up there, making some pretty tall orders about we're gonna make an upset of I thought it was Wisconsin,
right?
Because I think I was saying Cheeseland, for some reason,
Let's see if we can find it. We'll let you know. But anyway.
All right. So back to Schuyler County. Pardon me. A little dry down here. United States Senator in Schuyler County, 10 out of 17 election districts. Kristen Gillibrand is in the lead at 56% of the votes at 2,323, with 7 election districts are still out. Wendy Long is at 41% at 1,707 votes. Supreme Court Justice Kevin Dow is unopposed. Representative of Congress, the Shinagawa and Reed race, Thomas Reed is in the lead in Schuyler at 56% of the votes at 2,391. Nate's got 1,836.
Wow.
So still a close race. I mean, he's only off by 8, 9, 10, 11, 12%. And there's still 7 election districts out. I don't think it's going to change, but it's still close.
I mean, close.
I mean, it's just so exciting. I mean, I don't know why. Every time I come across that race, I gotta say something for some stupid reason. Let's see. Thomas O'Mara is unopposed. Philip Palmisano is unopposed. I'm not even going to try to pronounce Glenn's name. Town council member for Catherine is unopposed, and their district is still out yet. Let's see. The town council member for Orange, I believe, is the one that Jim Sinacropi was talking about earlier. We have Lori Ellison and Nicole Hanner. and it's a close race. It's a very close race. 1 out of 1 districts reported, so it's done. So it looks like Lori Ellison takes the lead with 203 votes.
Wow.
Versus
Close race.
Nicholas Hanner at 190.
Wow.
So this is definitely going to
Got
come.
some write-ins there?
There's 7 write-ins.
Some write-ins also.
Okay, but the big thing is going to come down to
Absentee-
the absentee ballots.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
It's close enough where that is really one that the absentee ballots are going to decide that race. Proposition 1 for Schuyler County all. 10 out of 17 districts have, I don't even know what the proposition is. We should probably find it. Proposition 1 for Schuyler County so far is a yes. 2,419 votes. 67% of the votes are in, or 67% of the votes are for the yes, and 32% of the votes are for the no, which is 1,148.
Nice.
Not a close enough vote to, I think you can call that one done at this point. It's going to be a yes.
Yeah, I think so.
So, all right, so that's Schuyler.
Are you able to get Wayne County up at all, or?
No, I haven't tried. Would you like me to try?
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can find Wayne County.
A lot of these formats, the iPads are not
Wayne
supporting.
County. Do you got another one that you can play with, or no?
Let me work on Yates County again, see if they've got anything.
Wayne County. Wow, I don't have it. I don't have anything here. It just says they don't even publish their stuff. I don't even see it.
Right? I just thought it wasn't up and running. On mine.
No, there's nothing here. Inspection manual. I got an inspection manual. Anybody want to become an election inspector? I can do the whole training right here online.
Right? Maybe
or how to
somebody
run
from-
for office. There is nothing here. I am not seeing it. Hey, Jim, if you're listening to the show here, call in with Wayne County stuff. I can't find it.
Right? Cuyahoga County, I'm having problems with Cuyahoga County, too.
Cuyahoga County, I didn't have a problem with when I went to earlier. So let's see. Primary election. No, that's primary election results. We don't want
Right.
that.
Yeah. Still only 17 out of 27 election districts in Seneca County, according to my results.
Yeah, well,
Nothing's
hey,
really
the
changed yet.
last few down south, man, I'm telling you, the ones that come from down south, I mean, they got a 31-mile drive or whatever it is.
Just truck them north.
Yeah, so I mean, you're talking by the time 10:30, 11 o'clock comes around, we'll have all the results for
Right.
Seneca.
And we should be probably still on by then,
Maybe.
I'm thinking.
I don't know. We're gonna go until whenever. I guess we're gonna call it.
Right? What do you think, Jim? Give us a call. Let us know. We got about 6 minutes left until the 10:30 mark, so
Right.
I was just wondering.
Yeah, I'm not finding it, JJ.
Nope.
Board of Election home. We'll hop over there for Wayne County. I'm there. I don't see anything that says election results here.
Anybody wants to give us a call in. If they have those results, maybe these Board of Election districts can give us a call in. Maybe they can give us a little bit of results.
Yeah.
First live on air. 315-220-0692.
Or give us an email or send it to us in chat. I'm not seeing it for Wayne.
Right?
Schuyler County just updated. Yep, thanks. Hey, we got a call in. Let's see who we got here. Hey, it's Jim.
Right.
You're on the air.
Hey, Jim here again.
Hey, how you doing,
Jim.
brother?
Not too bad. Wayne County doesn't have theirs posted. They may release them as a press release to the media when they become complete, but still unofficial.
Right.
So, while we're monitoring that, Yates County has a link on their website that says 2012 unofficial election results, except it's not a link. It's just underlined text. So I don't know if that's a technical error or what. I called them and didn't get my call answered. So we don't know what's going on there in Yates County. But
Yeah.
Wayne County, there's not too much going on in Yates County, but Wayne County, there's a ton of local races. They're not a ton, but probably more so than any other county, maybe.
And we'd love to get those results on the air.
Right.
Yeah. So as soon as if they do email them over, or if I get anything, via email. We'll be sharing that with you guys as well. So, we're on it right now. We're updating stories on races as they become not official, but where all districts have reported and we can report a winner unofficially.
Yep.
We're posting those stories, and now we work on getting the results from the counties that are posting them on their sites. So, and like Cuba County hasn't posted yet, but traditionally what they do is once they're complete and up, they will post a link, and so that should be shortly. And again, not official, but just complete in terms of all the districts reported.
Right. Looks like Seneca County's updated. There's 25 now out of 27, and Proposition 1's tipped the other way now in favor of the move.
No, really?
Oh, wow.
Favor. Yep, 56% voting yes for Proposition 1.
You know what? Could that be a function of the votes having to come from the southern end of the county up north?
I would
believe.
So maybe those first districts we were receiving were Waterloo, Seneca Falls, and now we're getting the from Ovid.
The South
and,
County ones,
right.
yeah.
Yep.
And they're the ones
I
usually
wonder
just
if
tip
does
it.
work that way.
Yep, 56% to 43%, about 5,800 votes to 4,400 votes now in favor. Proposition
Wow,
1.
that is a weird flip flop there, real quick. Right?
Sheriff Jack Stenberg and Under Sheriff Gary Sullivan have to be quite pleased with that turn of events because he
Right.
came out, issued a editorial supporting urging Seneca County residents to vote yes, because apparently that's going to make their administration of their duties a lot easier than having to transport from up north all the way down to the jail, because it's by the jail. If they moved it, it would be right by the jail.
Right, it should be right.
Well, it'll
right
be in the jail. Well, it'll be
right
in
law
the
enforcement
administrative, administrative side, I believe. I agree wholeheartedly that it would definitely be a budget changer. It would definitely help out with the budget situation of how much work civil has to have done, or travel time, or mail, or whatever.
Or travel time for the voter out there now.
Yeah, well, now the question comes down to is, what's going to happen if you got to go to the civil department? Your majority of your population is probably north. I believe it is.
I would believe, yeah.
So the question is going to come down to what side's going to win. Is it going to be the people that are going to be like, hey, listen, we want to have the civil office still up north because that's where the majority of the people are, or whether we put it down to the law enforcement center and save a little bit on the budget? So
Going to be decided in the next 20 minutes to half an hour.
Right, exactly.
but-
And of course, there's a tip in the 23rd Congressional District now towards Tom Reed in Seneca County
oh, really?
with 51% of the vote.
Wow, what a change!
To Nate with 48.
We got an overall. We got to get an overall on that one to see where that one stands.
Yeah,
pretty close.
I mean, the whole thing. I mean, every county that we've been reading off here: Steuben, Schuyler, Seneca, Ontario. It's all been different. The Shenandoah Reed race has been quite the one to follow, because it's really been like originally Seneca County was 56% for Shenandoah. Now they're flip flopped to the opposite direction.
Right, exactly.
Reed's now in the lead of that. So it's really a tight race, and it's really an interesting race to be following tonight.
Yeah. So to answer your question too, you guys got the airways as late as you feel you need to go. There's, so.
That'd be great.
3 a.m., like I said. It's really
No. Flipper needs his beauty sleep at some point. This
But what
bald
should
head doesn't
happen-
stay shiny just by itself.
Well, what should happen here is over the next half hour to 45 minutes, everything should become complete in terms of districts reported.
Right.
And then, like I say, hopefully what you'll see is Cuba's will just appear on their website. Hopefully Yates County will fix that issue of a non-existent hype. It's almost like somebody thought if they just underlined the text, it would magically link to the results. But
I've seen that happen in past times
Right.
with several counties. So yes, I can understand why that be a common error at this point.
And then Wayne County, like I said, we're hoping that they either get posted or that we receive them, via email. Which, as of right now, we haven't gotten any yet.
So how many people are over at the news studio over? Well, I shouldn't say news studio. Your office is over at fingerlicks1.com right now. I mean, helping you out.
Just two of us.
Just two of you?
Two of us.
All right. Well,
Yep.
say hi to whoever the other person is. Hey, what's up?
You're right.
You guys are doing a great job over there.
You know, another great thing about Finger Lakes One is that we are getting, some emails and help and from just general users.
Right.
And, that's one way we do it on our site. I guess you call it crowdsourcing, but, look
Right.
at our local photo galleries. Those are all just users and local residents that like to share their views of the Finger Lakes through photos. And there's,
How's our
geez,
views? How's our views doing? We still got people on watching?
Yeah, I can't have the views open at the same time and still have somebody on the phone, Jim. So I can't tell you how many people are watching right now. So
33. I got you up on the monitor.
ah, cool. So we're still at 33. That's not bad. From 43 down to 33. So
Right. 10:30 at night. Not bad.
not bad. So think maybe we'll take another quick short break, probably 5 minutes, maybe tops.
If that, right?
If that, and then we'll be back to the mics.
Need to
And,
definitely keep on top of this anyway.
yeah, and then by then hopefully we'll get some more results. We'll start reading some more results and follow some more of the races that matter to you. If there's something that matters to you, give us a call 315-220-0692 or give us a shout out on email at
TechTalkLiveNY@gmail.com.
and
Definitely.
Jim, this has been fun. I mean, I think maybe if next time we do this, I mean, if I get a little now that I got the show created, I mean, how do you like the format of the show? I mean, throwing it together in less than 6 hours.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, see, it was such a short lead time. But, thinking about it, we should plan better for the next election night, and we could really do some good things. What really should happen is we should be more coordinated in what we're doing here, so we're able to just funnel you results as they happen, almost in like a ticker format,
All right, that'd be great.
So we would aggregate the results, and you would just talk instead of having to search for them,
And we can
Right.
definitely get a couple
But,
people on board on our end.
Right, absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
That would be
the other
fun,
thing
Jim.
we could do is get
Well, that's all. That all depends on if you think we're doing a good job. That's all.
well, I've been watching now for 2 hours, and I haven't turned it off, so.
Yeah, but you have to stay glued to it. I mean, come on.
No, I like it. People crave, election night's an event, and you can turn on a million channels right now and get national coverage, but there's only a couple places you're going to get local coverage. I don't know what they're doing on the radio. I think Peter Haight of the Credibility Report is doing a show on the radio, but we got the video here and giving you results and discussing the results. So people who are political junkies can actually get involved on a local level now, which is pretty cool. And
Yeah.
I promise that each election, this will get better.
Absolutely.
Our live coverage will get better.
Definitely, when we come back, it looks like Tompkins County's updated their results too. So,
All right, great. So how about we take a little bit of a break? We'll see how the things are shaping up. Jim, thanks for calling back in.
and we'll stay on line as long as we.
Yeah, give us. When you say, hey, okay, guys, enough's enough, we'll get off. All right, how's that?
I will never say that. It's totally up to you.
Okay.
If I go to bed and wake up and you guys are still on tomorrow morning, that would be great.
That'd be awesome.
Hey, welcome to your morning Finger Lakes news. I'm Flipper. He's JJ,
and we won't be in to work tonight.
no, right? Oh
right,
man!
all right,
If we're pulling an all-nighter like that, somebody send me some Pepsi. I mean, I need caffeine.
If I get anything on our end here, I'm certainly going to share it with you. So this
All
may or may not be the last time you hear from me tonight. But,
All right.
Sounds great.
Sounds good, Jim.
Okay. Hey, guys.
Hey, thanks for letting us do this, man. It's been great.
You got it.
Yes.
Thanks for doing it. See ya.
No
see
problem.
ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So, hey, you're on with Flipper, and
I'm JJ.
we're covering your election 2012
Results.
They're finally starting to come in.
Right.
A lot of close races out there. A lot of close races. So things are shaping up pretty well here. We're going to take a quick break to go get a little bit of a refreshment.
And we'll be right back.
All right. Sounds good. All right. We'll play a little music for you and go back to wide angle. All right.
Sounds
And we're back with election results here on FingerLakes1.com. I'm Flipper.
And I'm JJ.
And we're going to be doing your final election results here. We're going to be on for about another half hour, probably.
Maybe 45 minutes. Maybe 11:30-ish.
Yeah, so we're back on. Seneca County has all the results in. So, hey, big shout out there to Seneca County. The great job that they're doing right there at Board of Elections. All the staff there are very nice and friendly, and we called in to see if they were done. And they said, hey, we're done, we're watching you. Hey, great. Big shout out to you guys.
Very good. Looks like 27 out of 27, like you said,
have
reported in with Barack Obama. 53% of the vote.
Wow.
Mitt Romney.
That's pretty impressive. I really could have swore that race for Seneca County for presidency
was going to be a lot closer.
Was going to be either closer or it was going to be swung to the Republican side. Mitt Romney would have gotten it.
Definitely. So. Of course, we've got the United States Senator with Kristen Gillibrand with 59% of the vote, with Wendy Long pulling up 38% of the vote.
Yeah, that was kind of a, I think that race was kind of really going to be, I think that was just going to be that way anyway. It just kind of was going that way for Seneca County. I think it was just going to stay that way.
Yeah, definitely. For the state Supreme Court justice for Seneca County, we had to vote for two. Of course, you had
Gail
Donofrio and David Michael Barry, 30% and 26% respectively.
Wow, nice.
County clerk, of course. Congratulations to Tina Lopes.
Congratulations, Tina. You're still the county clerk.
However, with 99.704%, we got a few absentees,
27
write-ins.
27 write-ins, and then, of course, there's the absentees, but that ain't going to make a lick of difference. So.
And none of them were for flippers, so you're good.
No, yeah, you're good. I don't want that job.
Proposal number 1 for Seneca County.
Moving the sheriff's civil department from the county office building at 1 DePronio Drive in Waterloo, New York.
Down to the law enforcement center
at 650 or
6250.
6250
State Route 96.
and just south of Romulus.
Right? 57% to 42%.
Wow. So Jack's got to be pretty happy. So, you know,
Congratulations, Jack.
yeah, congratulations, Sheriff Stenberg and Under Sheriff Sullivan.
Correct. Correct. In the 23rd Congressional District, we've got Thomas Reed pulling off the win of 51%.
Wow,
to 48%.
but look how close that is. That is phenomenal, ain't it?
400 votes.
Yeah, but
separates the two.
I mean, how many absentees are out? I don't know. I should have asked that when I had everybody on the phone.
Right,
but,
maybe they can give us a call in real quick at
Yeah.
315-220-0692.
yeah, how many absentees are out in Seneca? That would be an interesting one to find out.
Right. Of course, we got Michael Nizolio, clear winner, of course.
Yep.
in Seneca
Congratulations, Mike.
County. And Assemblyman Kolb, the clear winner as well.
Yep, here in Seneca County. So.
Yeah. And then we got for the member of the Assembly for the 132nd Assembly District, we got Phillips winning, Paul Masano winning, 99%, of course.
Right.
Jeff Trout, congratulations to Jeff, Town of Fayette Councilman, finishing up a term there. And I do believe we got Cheryl Kemp O'Brien winning for the
Yep.
tax collector.
So Waterloo tax collector is now, or still is. I forget which. I think it still is. Cheryl Kemp O'Brien.
Was she finishing the term, was she? Or
Yeah, she was already. She was the incumbent, I think.
which was that open? Town of Waterloo proposal passed 51% to 48% as well.
Right.
And congratulations to Lou Van Cleef for the Lodi Ovid Town Justice position.
So is that the same Lou Van Cleef I know, or is that the father?
Senior, correct.
That's senior. Okay,
correct.
Well, congratulations to senior.
Congratulations to all our winners out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely a tough political climate right now, as well as being kind of just a lot of close races.
Right. We're going to swing back to the presidential election. We got Barack Obama with 148 of the electoral votes to Mitt Romney with 170.
Oh wow,
So-
big lead now.
Yeah, it looks like he's got about 2 million vote on Barack Obama. Mitt does.
So that's probably we're probably going to have a new president.
It looks that way. Of course, the Democrats are maintaining the race in the Senate, 44 votes to 42 for the Republican.
Right.
And for the House, of course, is tipping towards the Republicans with 156 votes to 90 votes in the
Well,
Democrats.
the House has always been pretty.
Republican, I think.
Yeah, I know. The Senate's usually always been pretty Democratic. The presidency always flip flops back and forth. Once the dust settles and we know who we have for a new president, I think is going to be really the key here, because I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that are either going to be disappointed or upset, and versus the other side. And
Right.
I really hope that we're not going to be so polarized about this and go haywire, whichever side wins.
Exactly.
We really need to maintain our wits about us. This is still America. It's still one of the greatest countries, in the world.
And the one, to get off topic here, and one of the ballot votes that we didn't discuss is strengthening of the labor unions being held out in Michigan.
Oh, wow.
Michigan is voting on a constitutional amendment that would make collective bargaining a right for both public and private sector employees,
Oh, nice.
overriding any future right to work laws that would prohibit the ability to negotiate collective bargaining contracts. So,
I don't know. I don't know whether I want to say yay or nay to that.
right? I don't know.
I mean, that sounds so convoluted. So does that mean that the unions would have more power, or would that mean that they have less power? Or are they extending the union power to the private sector?
I'm thinking it's a win for really everybody, because you're not only going to be having the strength of the unions to be able to negotiate.
Right.
They're not going to force a contract down their throat and say, you're not getting any raise.
Haha, there's Oscar.
Hey, Oscar showing his debut.
Yep. Say
Not
hi,
only on
Oscar.
Tech Talk Live, but on our election results as well. But
I think Oscar's undecided. We'll have to figure out what he wants, whether he wants a kitty nip or a nap.
probably a nap.
He probably
Favorite
needs a nap, because now he's over here stepping on my keyboard, which means that we're going to go off the air if he keeps that up.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. But
Yeah.
that would be interesting. Interesting,
Yeah,
see
really.
what the results are.
Yeah,
how Michigan
absolutely.
would be. Anyway, you were touching base back on. I'm sorry, we're going back to.
Well, I was going to try to go back to Cayuga County and see if they have anything, and I don't see anything on Cayuga County. I don't see anything on Wayne.
Let me touch base with Yates, see if there's anything there yet.
I got
Anyway.
Steuben refreshed here. I don't think they're all done, are they? Maybe they are. Nope, Steuben's still going strong here. We got 35 out of 85 districts have called in or gotten the stuff. So
Yates is in.
Yates is in.
Yates,
Hey, you want to do that?
Unofficial. We'll do it. 18 out of 18 election districts reporting, so everybody's reporting.
Everybody's in.
We've got Mitt Romney winning over Barack Obama, 50% to 47%.
Wow.
4,270 to 4,021. Actually, that's a pretty close race. Really, for the United States Senator for Yates County, we've got Kristen Gillibrand winning 53% to 44 over Wendy Long, and the Justice of the Supreme Court for the 7th Judicial District. You had to vote for 2. It looks like Donofrio, is that how you pronounced it?
Donofrio?
Donofrio, and of course David Michael Barry, the winners there.
I got to say, David Michael Barry sounds like he should be like a country singer.
Yeah, exactly. Great name.
Great name. Yeah, absolutely.
And reporting for the representative in Congress for the 23rd Congressional District for Yates County, Thomas Reed, the clear winner there, 54% to 45.
Wow.
Over Nate Shingawa. And let's see here. Well, we got the state senator for the 58th New York State Senate District. We have Thomas O'Mara, clear winner. He's the only candidate on that position with 20 write-ins. We got Philip Palmisano winning for the 132nd Assembly District, unopposed. And we got the coroner race for Yates County. Looks like Theron L. Smith is clear winner there. He's, of course, unopposed. We got 21 write-ins. They won't matter.
I love how you say that. Of course he's unopposed. Who wants to be a coroner anyway,
Yeah, nowadays, who? Anyway, also we got town council for Milo. We got Gene Spanout. I do believe it's how it's pronounced. If not, call in and let us know. Clear winner, running unopposed. 1,544 votes to 6 write-ins. And we got superintendent of highways for Jerusalem. Rob Martin is the winner there with 3 write-ins. That's Yates County. Unofficial results.
Nice. Well, we got the Steuben Board of Elections. Like I said, they're only up to 35 out of 85 districts have voted in, so we can give a quick update to that. Right now, it's clear that Mitt Romney is in the lead with 9,512 votes versus Barack Obama at 5,567 votes for the presidential race. Coming down to the United States Senator, we have Kristen Gillibrand leading by a very short margin of 7,309 to Wendy Long at 7,151.
Wow.
Really not a big gap there.
No, not at all.
State Supreme Court Justice, let's see, who's winning here? We have pick 2, correct? I believe that's the one.
I do believe so.
Gail Donofrio at 9,411 votes, and David Barry at our country singer there.
Yes.
Is at 8,835. The other 2 really aren't pulling a lot of votes. I mean, between the 2 of them, they're getting about 7,000, 8,000 votes. Right. So it's really not
respectable. It's respectable. Good job.
Yeah, well, the 2 of them,
I'm sure.
Yeah, it is a lot of hard work, but percentage-wise, they're not pulling enough votes to really make that race any tighter. So right. I think it's really going to come down to Gail Donofrio and David Barry in that district in Steuben.
Very nice.
Let's see. County Judge unopposed. David Bradstreet, congratulations. I'm sure you're going to get it. Sheriff, again, another unopposed, David Cole. Currently, both are at 11,700 and something. Bath race, let's see, Bath race for town clerk. 9 out of 9 districts have called in, so we have an unofficial winner at this point. So Rhonda Tobias is now the unofficially now the county clerk. I forget if she was the incumbent or not, but she took 2,548 votes versus Kyle Lowry, only taking 1,017 votes.
Nice.
So, Campbell race. Actually, none of the Campbell races or the local races are really called in yet. We have the Cohocton race where Assessor Brenda Wise is now unopposed at 754 votes. Looks like Proposal 1 for the town of Cohocton. I think it's the town or the village? Town.
Probably town.
Town of Cohocton, Proposal 1, Town Proposition number 1 is a yes, 548 votes to 257. Proposal number 2 is also a yes at 576. Let's see here, sliding down a little bit further. Corning races, no districts are in yet. Dansville race, 1 of 1. So proposal number 1, Town Proposition number 1 is a yes, or is a no. It was turned down. I'm so sorry. It was turned down, and its unofficial result, all the election districts for that is in at 328 no's to 276 yeses.
Any write-ins there, or any?
No write-ins for proposal.
And of course, we don't know absentees.
Right. So if
yeah, I don't know why
you know, well,
there.
if you think if you think about it, okay, if there's really that many absentees in a typical election district, you're talking what, 5% absentees about?
Yeah, probably at least.
You know, so I mean, even if you take those numbers and go 5%, I don't think it's going to make a difference.
Okay.
So I think that's pretty much a no on that proposal. It's also a no on proposal number 2 in Dansville, and it's a yes on proposal 3. So I'm not sure what those proposals were. I really wish we should have probably downloaded those, and we kind of missed the ball on that. Oh well.
Yep, give us a call if you know what they are.
Yeah. Fremont race, councilman, unopposed, Donna Olin, 315 votes. Greenwood, same, town justice, unopposed, Mary E. Smith, Gerbies, 240 votes. Hornell's not called in yet or tabulated. I keep saying called in. I come from the old election times where everybody called in. Yeah,
right,
everybody called in.
Right.
And then we were all typing them in and trying to get it all up on the website and stuff. Howard races. Okay, so we have Howard Town Justice. There's only 1 vote, 1 write-in. That's it.
Wow.
And it's 100% for Town Justice.
You got a tie.
No, it's 1 write-in, 1 single vote.
That's it.
That is it.
And it's a write-in.
It's a write-in.
Interesting.
The only vote. There was nobody on the actual ballot. That's an interesting race. Oh my God, another one. Jasper race, 1 of 1 election district. Assessor, 3-year unexpired term. 2 write-ins. So we have a tie, probably, or possibly the same person twice. I don't know. We won't know. Lindley races. David Ballard, councilman, 530 votes, 7 write-ins. Pulteney races. Let's see. We have unopposed Mary Hope Benedict, 306 votes. Oh my God, I cannot believe this. 306 votes for the Democrat Mary Hope Benedict for Town Justice. Okay. Now listen to this next number. Write-ins, and this is 100% of the voting district down there. 104 write-ins.
Wow.
That is saying something. Boy, that is saying something big.
Right.
Thurston race, let's see, Councilwoman Sue Conklin, 406 votes with 1 write-in. Urbana, if I said that right, unopposed Councilman John Jensen, 388 votes, 21 write-ins. Wayland race, we have 3 out of 3 election districts out. We have a clear winner. It would be Richard Tweedell. Tweddell, winning the race at 1,061 votes versus the Charles Cowley at 253 votes.
Wow.
The Wheeler race here, we have in the town of Wheeler, 1 out of 1 election districts are in. We have Superintendent of Highways. We have Alan Trenchard winning at 263 votes versus Randy Comstock losing at 214.
Wow.
Let's see. We got a few more here from Stu Ben here. Woodhull race, Town Justice, Christie Brothers, unopposed, 113 votes. Oh no, it actually happened. I cannot believe it. I wonder if it's for the same person.
What's that?
In Woodhull, okay, in Steuben County in Woodhull, we have 1 of 1 election districts in Town Justice, 4-year term in Woodhull. Christie Brothers, okay, and she got 113 votes. There's 194 write-ins.
Wow.
Now that is even saying something even more than the other race. That is, I have never seen a number like that.
Neither have I.
I have never seen a number in that. Councilman in Woodall, they have 9 write-ins. So there's probably somebody, no candidate on there. 23 races. Let's see, what do we got here? We have the 35 out of 85 election districts, so 41% of the votes are in. Nate Shinagawa versus
Tom Reed.
Tom Reed.
Right.
Tom Reed is in the lead with 9,618 votes versus Nate with 5,247 votes.
Okay.
District 58 race with 35 of 85 districts. Tom O'Mara, which is the only one on that ballot, with 11,904 votes. 132 vote or race. Sorry, getting a little late for me. I'm about ready for bed, I think. The 132nd district, we have Philip Palisamo with 8,431 votes. 133rd district, Assembly district, we have a race between Ralph Weaver and Bill Nojay. Oh, here's the Bill Nojay thing. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
I knew there was a reason why I wanted to go back to this. 7 out of 22 districts. Okay, 7 out of 22 districts are in. So this is where we are at this point. We have Bill Nojay with 1,593 votes in the lead.
Very good.
Okay, and then we have Ralph Weaver with 1,037 votes, and we have Rich Burke with 266 votes. Looks like it's going to be Bill Nojay if it keeps up the votes like this. He's got one heck of a lead. He's got 500 votes right now and only 7 districts out.
Right.
So, and then the 148th Assembly District race is between Dan Brown and Joseph Giglio. I can't say that one. Joe is in the lead with 745 votes, and Dan Brown is behind it with 298 votes. So looking for Steuben to finish updating those, probably here pretty soon.
Right, I think we had an update with Ontario County.
Okay.
Ontario County reporting, let me see here. Get those election results back up when 90 of 92 districts reporting in. You got Mitt Romney with 21,000 of the votes.
Wow.
Over Barack Obama for 20,777. United States Senator Kristen Gillibrand with 23,000 of the votes to Wendy Long's 17. Of course, we got the State Supreme Court Justice. We voted for 2 for Gail Donofrio and our country singer David Michael Berry.
I like David Michael Berry. Just the name.
He's not a country singer. We don't believe. We just like the name.
You just like the name. It's all good.
Those are 2 top
it's just like with Nate Shinagawa. I mean, how can you not like that? That is just I expect him to come out and start doing the Gungan. How do you say it? Gundam style?
Gungan style.
Yeah, right.
Right. Congressional District 27, 52 of 52 reporting. 100% of the votes. We got the representative in Congress. We have Kathy Hakel, I do believe, with 13,406 votes, with Chris Collins pulling up 13,044 votes.
Wow.
Less than 400 between the two.
Right.
Congressional District number 23, got Thomas Reed with 7,500 votes. And Nate Shinagawa with 6,500 of the votes there.
Still a close race.
That is a close race, and that's 38 of the 40 districts reporting in. We got 28 of 28 for the 55th Central District with Sean Hanna with 8,800 and Ted O'Brien with 5,300.
Wow.
We got Senator Nozzolio, of course, with 21,000.
Go Mike.
Go Mike. And Brian Kolb with 32,000 as well. In Bristol, we got 2 of 2, 100% machines reporting in. Town Justice is, of course, Catherine McGuire with 802 votes. East Bloomfield, 3 of 3. Superintendent of Highways for East Bloomfield is Brian Bernard with 1,377 votes. In Gorham, we got the council member for Gorham, Brian Case, with 1,200 of the votes. And Town Justice of Gorham, Kathleen Schwartz, with 1,320 of the votes. Also in the town of Hopewell, 3 of 3. Machines reporting in, Matthew Goodman council member for Hopewell. In the town of Seneca, we got proposition number 1 with 831 in favor, 281 against. Proposition number 2 is also in favor of 867 to 242 votes. And proposition number 3 was 845 in favor and 255 against. South Bristol, we got 2 of 2 machines reporting in. Town Justice William Welch, winning, of course, 597 votes. In the town of Victor, Town Justice, we got vote for 1, and the clear winner there is Thomas Toby Ray, is it? R-E-H? Over Michael Jones, Jr. And that's the updated version for Ontario County. Unofficial results there.
I got the unofficial results for Schuyler.
Very good.
All right, so we move from Steuben over to Schuyler County. 17 out of 17 election districts are reporting. Currently on the presidential race, it looks like Mitt Romney won with 52% of the votes. 3,942 to Barack Obama's 3,354. Still fairly close if there's a lot of absentees out, but that'll remain to be seen. It's an unofficial count, so looks like Mitt's in the lead there. United States Senator for Schuyler County, which we have Gillibrand along. Looks like Gillibrand is definitely well ahead of the pack here at 4,109.
I'm going to call her the winner. You're hearing it right here, right now. I think she's going to be the winner.
I think you could call it.
Correct.
Wendy Long got 2,873. Pardon me. I got a tickle in my throat here, and just I must be getting to my favorite race here. Shinagawa is coming up. Let's see. Supreme Court Justice in Schuyler County, Kevin Dowd won with 99.373% of the votes. He was unopposed. There was 29 write-ins, 4,595 votes.
Right.
Representative Congress in Schuyler County for the race between Tom Reed and Nate Shinagawa.
I'm going to interrupting you real quick.
Okay.
We got the update with the presidential election updates now. We got a big turn of events here. We got Barack Obama with 229.
Holy cow!
Of the electoral votes.
Electrical.
It's getting close to my time, too. Taking a little nap here. Barack Obama with 229 to Mitt Romney's 190.
Uh-oh.
For the race to 270.
Uh-oh. Look out.
Okay.
Brock's on the rampage here.
All right, something just flipped back here. I'm not sure if it's something up with their website or not, political.com, but the results just reverted back. They're going back and forth here. 229 now to 190 in favor of Brock. It just flipped back to 180 to 190, so now we're back to 229. So it must be they're updating their website.
It must be. But so Brock's ahead by 229
30,
to what?
40, almost just about 40 electoral
40
votes.
electoral votes. Wow.
Right, and the race to 270, so...
Wow, that's a one heck of a jump.
The West Coast states starting to report in. So
yeah, it must be.
California, Hawaii, Washington, everybody reporting in.
Well, see, they're what, 4 hours behind? Hawaii's 5 hours behind.
I think they're 3 hours behind.
Yeah, so 3 hours behind. So
3, 4.
Let's see, 9 o'clock. So midnight, we'll know really.
Right, we're starting to wrap things up there about an hour.
Yeah,
probably an hour left to go.
So that sounds. We'll have to keep that one. That's a close one to watch now. I mean, I thought Mitt had it there.
Yeah,
but
you think about it, it's showing that the popular votes swing towards Mitt Romney though. Popular votes, 36,000,009 to Barack Obama's 35.7.
Still close though.
The electoral votes.
I think we're going to see that race like we were talking about earlier, where it's really going to be close. It's going to be one of those close ones where the electoral is either going to make it one way or the popular is going to be the other way. You know, it's going to be. Really,
it's definitely going to be. I think it's going to be split. Really.
Yeah, it's really going to be close.
If you want to finish off, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Interrupt me because I mean I'm sure just reading numbers at times is going to be kind of boring. You know, so
yeah.
I am so sorry. We'll try to make it a little more lighthearted here. But, of course, it's getting close to our bedtimes, I think. What was it? Reed Shinagawa, right? I was on to?
Yep. And I
love this
favorite
race. This one is just, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are.
It's like the race to the cup or something, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Reed Shinagawa race is really something to be watching. It just seems kind of fun.
Right.
You know? Let's see. Reed Shinagawa. So we got Reed winning in Schuyler County with 54% of the votes, with 3,973 versus Nate Shinagawa with 45.83 votes. Come on. 3,364 votes. So absentees could be proving something here.
Right.
It really could.
Awesome.
Let's see. State Senator Thomas O'Mara's got it unopposed. Member of Assembly Philip Palisamo, again unopposed. We have Town Council for Catherine, Glenn Blaler, 325 votes unopposed. We do have Town Council for Orange. We have Lori Ellison winning with 50% of the votes at 203 versus Nicholas Hanner at 190 with 7 write-ins. So if there's absentees out, that's a close one that can be called by the absentees. Proposition 1 for Schuyler County, 17 out of 17 election districts voted yes for Proposition 1 at 3,994 votes versus no 1,936. Looks like you got a yes on Proposition 1 at Schuyler County.
Very good. So looking up Cayuga County, I haven't found anything with Cayuga County
Yeah,
yet.
I can't find nothing for Wayne, Yates, or Cayuga. Oh, Yates just updated. Look out. Look out. Look out. We got something for Yates, it looks like. Hang on.
Here we go.
There we go. Official results. Unofficial results.
Unofficial.
18 out of 18 election districts reported. All right, here we go. Yates County. Yates County, you're up. Right here it is. Presidential race. We have Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan winning at 4,270 versus Barack Obama at 4,021. Mitt's clearly the winner there, but not by much. Very marginal. It could come. That's definitely going to come down to the.
Yeah, that's only like 200 votes there.
Yeah, that's definitely going to come down to the
Absentees.
absentees. Yes,
Definitely.
United States Senator Yates County Gillibrand Long. Gillibrand won by 53% versus 44%, so 4,296 votes versus 3,604 votes, so about 690 votes
Yeah, about that.
difference. So yeah, that I don't know if that would come down to the absentees. I don't know if there's that many absentees out. There might be. Justice Supreme Court. We have the Gleason, Donofrio, and
Gail.
Barry. So
Gail?
Gail Donofrio and,
Yes.
and David Barry are in the leads with 32 and 27% of the votes. I don't think any of the other candidates can catch them.
Nope.
Representative. Okay, so here we go. This is the Shinagawa and Reed race in Yates. It looks like Thomas Reed won by a good margin. Thomas Reed with 4,388 votes versus Nate Shinagawa with 366 votes. 3,666 votes. I don't think that one's going to come down to the absentees, so
No.
not very close on that. Thomas O'Mara unopposed, 6,092 votes. Philip Palmisamo unopposed, 6,065 votes. Theron Smith unopposed for coroner in Yates County, 5,826 votes. Gene Spenut, town council for Milo, 1,544 votes unopposed. And superintendent of highways, Rob Martin, unopposed, 1,216 votes.
Wow.
So that is the unofficial end of night results for Yates County.
Right.
Go check out fingerlakes1.com. You can go get all the election results as they finally finish pouring in.
Right.
Jim Sinacropi and the crew over at Finger Lakes One does an excellent job of aggregating those results accordingly. They have a nice little page where you can get pretty much everything that we're getting now.
Right. Give us a call in. We got, what, probably 15 minutes left to go or so.
Yeah, about 15 minutes. We'll probably get off about 11:30 here.
Yeah, want to comment on what we're talking about? Any of the candidates want to give us a call real quick? Give a shout out?
Yeah.
315-220-0692. Back to the U.S. election for the presidential election, 234 for Barack Obama to 190 for Mitt Romney now. So
Oh, what a change. Holy cow.
with the popular vote going towards Mitt Romney with 38 million, one to Barack Obama was 36.8.
Wow.
So the 2 million.
I always forget how the electoral vote works exactly. If somebody can remember, give us a call, 315-220-0692. I always forget why or how that whole electoral vote thing can not go with the popular, but it's always usually a close race like this that that usually the electoral will go one way, the popular will go another way, and everybody's all up in arms because my vote didn't count. Bah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
U.S. Senate race, we got 49 total seats for the Democrats and Republicans with 42, with still 2 independents.
So Senate, the Democrats have got the Senate so far, right?
Yeah, they only need 2 more votes and they'll have the majority.
Okay.
2 more seats, actually, I should say.
Okay.
For the House, we got the Democrats with 117 and the Republicans with 166. Of course, you need 218 for the majority there. So that's still up in the air.
Up in the air, yeah.
Yep. Governors, we got 16 Democrats, 30 Republicans, and 1 independent seat out there in the governor's races. So, actually, we got a brief update. Looks like 234 for Barack Obama, now to 200 for Mitt Romney.
A few more coming in, yep.
Yep.
It's a race to what, 290, 270?
Race to 270.
270.
Yep.
Wow.
Of the 538 electoral votes.
Wow. It's like a horse race.
Yep. Anyway, did you get any of our other big counties, Monroe or Onondaga?
I'm looking. I'm trying.
I'm not getting Monroe County to fire.
Yeah, Monroe won't fire for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that.
Onondaga's not coming up for me.
Well, you got to remember, Monroe County's that flash page. Remember how we were talking about the flash page? So, let's see. Okay, on which one? Monroe County. Okay, we can give the results for Monroe County because they're in. It's all flash, so it's kind of weird looking. So it's really weird to do this. 812 election districts reporting in. All 812 are reporting in Monroe County. We have Barack Obama winning with 57.63% of the vote up there at 178,491 votes versus Mitt Romney at 124,769. Definitely clear winner, Barack Obama on the presidential race. How else do I go here? United States Senate. Let's see. We got Kristen Gillibrand. Actually, this is kind of neat. The Flash website, but you can't really go down through it. You got to actually click each one.
Okay.
Kristen Gillibrand taking 66.25 of the votes away against Wendy Long. So congratulations to Kristen Gillibrand for the Monroe County nod. So let's see, going from federal to state. We have the state Supreme Court justice race. We have not a clear winner. It looks like the 2 that were chosen in Monroe County was Gail Donofrio and J. Scott Dorsey, or I can't pronounce his name. That's so horrible of me. But Scott he's definitely the clear winner in that. The other 2, David Michael Berry and Sean Gleason, only got 21% of the votes. Heading down to the congressional districts, we have Louise Slaughter. I remember hearing this name a lot.
Oh, yes, definitely.
And Maggie Brooks. Maggie Brooks and Louise Slaughter. So
official?
It is Louise Slaughter.
Wow.
Louise Slaughter took it with 166,342 votes, 57% of the votes, versus Maggie Brooks at 124,585.
I thought that was be a little bit tighter of a race there.
I thought so
Maggie
too.
Brooks was going to have.
Yeah, well, Maggie was pushing hard.
She was.
I mean, there's no doubt
that was a great race.
That she was working hard at it. You know. Let's see, congressional 27th district. We have Kathy Hochul and Chris Collins. And the not quite the clear winner, but close, is Chris Collins. Sorry, I keep trying to pronounce Kathy Hochul, and I'm doing that whole thing, and I'm like, oh, Chris Cole. That's not what I want to say. Chris Collins won that at 6,234 votes at 51.1% versus Kathy Hochul at 5,954. Close race. It looks like it's going to come down to the absentees. Let's see. Heading down to state senate. Let's see. Wow, this is neat, but it's tough. Mike DeZolio, of course, unopposed, won in that district. Ted O'Brien and Sean Hanna, the 55th Senate district. Ted O'Brien got it with 53.7% of the votes, 59,400. versus Sean Hanna at 51,038. 56th district unopposed, Joseph Rabach at 74,888. 59th district unopposed, Patrick Gallivan at 11,375. Let's see, 61st, go figure, right? It is getting late in it. 61st Senate District, we got Justin Rooney taking a huge lead at 61.91% of the votes at 15,784 votes versus Michael Renzenoff I think that's how you pronounce it, 9,691. And then the 62nd District, Senate District, we have, where's the winner here? Greg Mazarese. Mazieres. How do you pronounce that?
Good enough for me.
Wow. I really got to get a book on names, how to pronounce names, because it's tough sometimes. Versus Amy Whitetroll. Greg took 7,288 votes versus Amy at 5,153 votes. So doesn't look like there's too much of a contest there.
Nope.
Sliding down, there's a lot of races in Monroe County. Holy cow.
It's a big county.
Yeah. State Assembly, we have 133rd Assembly District. We have Bill Nojay. Bill Nojay taking the lead with 51% of the 994. 51% of 11,404 votes versus Randolph Weaver and Richard Burke. The closest was Randolph Weaver at 8,986. So congratulations, Bill Nojay.
Very good.
Up in that district. 134th, Bill Relich, won with 43,000 votes. 135th district, David Kuhn versus Mark Johns. It looks like Mark Johns won by a good margin, 32,575 votes versus 31,050.
We're getting close to the having a winner presidential race.
Oh, really?
252 for Barack Obama, 200 for Mitt Romney.
Uh-oh.
Race to 270.
Uh-oh. We're getting close here. Getting close to the wire.
We may have to stay on a couple extra minutes.
I might just have to.
See how this plays out.
So do you want me to finish with Monroe?
Go ahead.
Or
yep.
No?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I know reading numbers gets a little old after a little while. Let's see, 136th District, Joseph Morelli.
Maybe you could just give the winners. Or
that's what I'm kind of doing.
Without the numbers, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of just doing. I'll just read it. Yeah, that's fine. 137th District, we have a winner of David Gant. Right. Sorry.
Mind you, these are all unofficial. These
unofficial, so we won't know until the absentees are back and
Correct.
If there's any recounts or anything. 138th Assembly District, we have Bronson versus Vasquez. Vasquez, yeah, that's what it looks like.
Right.
Sounds like it. Bronson won with 62% of the votes. 139th District. Howley. Stephen Howley won with 90% of the votes versus Mark Glagowski.
Glagowski.
Yeah, that's like the big I can't even pronounce that one either. It's getting late. Let's see. Any county races that look good here? We have county clerk. We have Cheryl Dino. I can't even pronounce this, JJ. Holy cow.
Right.
Cheryl won with 60% of the votes. Let's see. That was it for county legislation. We have 16th county legislation district. We got pretty close race between Joe Carbone and Stephanie Aldersley. Joe's ahead at 51% versus Stephanie at 48.31. So it looks like that's going to come down to the other votes. We have some city votes. City court judge Ellen Yanknin was unopposed, and then we have a couple we got a ton of town ones. I'm just going to look for contests. Oh, that's a tight one. East Rochester has a really tight vote for town justice. We have Dennis Greco and David Bonacci. 50% of the votes and 49.9% of the votes. Very close race.
That is close race.
It's within 3 votes.
Cool.
Greece Proposition 1 passed with a yes, 54.75. Hamlin, we have Jason Baxter unopposed. In Irondequoit, we have Town Council. We have Irina. I'm gonna brutally goof this. Skrobach. Skrobach. Skrobach.
Very nice.
She won with 56% of the votes versus Peter Klenderhaus at 9,437. Johnny Rooney, town council member, won at 2,731 versus Joe Rosenheim. Nothing in Parma other than Tina Brown won unopposed, and nothing in Rush except for Henry Kirch won as town justice unopposed.
Very nice.
That is it.
Well,
that is it for the big old bad Monroe County.
Very nice.
That took 20 minutes just to do that.
I think we're just going to wrap up. We got only a couple minutes left, I think, until 11:30. I think we'll probably call it a night anyway. For the presidential election race on Politico.com, showing Barack Obama with 258 of the electoral votes to Mitt Romney's 200.
Wow.
So just 12 electoral votes away from
How about the popular vote? How's that shaping up?
The popular vote showing Barack Obama with 39,953,000 to Mitt Romney's 40,000,009. So he's going to...
Still got him beat by a million.
By a million.
Wow.
Right? On the U.S. Senate race, we got 42 Republicans and Democrats keeping the majority at 49 with 2 independents. So that's probably going to stay Democratic, the U.S. Senate. The House will look like it's tipping towards Republicans.
Of course, yeah. Traditionally, it's always been Republican. Well, I don't want to say that, but, you know.
Normally,
House usually stays Republican.
Anyway.
Senate tends to be more Democratic.
Right. 172 for the Republicans, 117 for the Democrats.
Nice.
And we'll do a refresh real quick one. Just make sure there's nothing else on there. And
I don't know. Betting on the last tail end. Do you think Mitt's going to come back out of the hole here and catch up and go to the 270?
I don't know. There's only 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 states left to report in.
Really?
That's it.
I think I can easily call it. It's going to be Barack.
I think it's going to be Barack as well.
Yeah. At least on the electoral side, it sounds like it's going to be Barack.
Correct.
Popular vote?
You heard it here.
You heard it here on FingerLakes1TV.com or whatever we are. Yeah, Finger Lakes. I'm getting tired now. www.fingerlakes1.com. I'm Flipper.
And I'm JJ. It's been great.
Yeah, this has been a great time. I enjoyed it. I think next year we'll be a little more prepared now that we know that we can do this, and it's coming out pretty well, I think.
Right. 6 hour notice. We did a good show, I think.
I think so. 6 hour notice. Give me a little love, brother.
Little knuckles.
All right. Yeah.
Very good.
So...
Anyway, catch us on Saturday mornings.
Right. Tech Talk Live. You guys, Tech Talk Live every Saturday morning, 11 to 12. You think we should just sign off? Or
I think we should just sign off with Flipper, Snide on Saturday, and JJ
while we're really tired, evidently. You worked all day too, didn't you?
You gotta love it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So, anyway, I just want to thank everybody out there, everybody who went out and voted. Hey, good for you. That's what counts. You got to get out there and vote.
Congratulations to all our winners.
Yep, all the election winners. Congratulations. I'm still interested in that Reed Shinagawa race. I don't know. Carl told me about it earlier, and I'm just
it may be a close race.
It sounds like it. I'm gonna have to keep on that. So
anyway,
I think we got one comment from the live stream. It looks like MJP said that we did a great job.
Hey, so, thank you.
And I will say thank you. Thank you. Like I said, hopefully next year we'll be a little more prepared. We'll know what races are really important.
Maybe we can do primaries too.
I don't care. We can do whatever you want. I'm good with it.
Anyway,
so, I'm Flipper.
I'm JJ. It's 11:29, and we're out of here.
We're out of here, right? Absolutely.
See ya.